evening, D&D rollers. Tonight we're going to be continuing with our session. Our adventurers have just arrived in Puva. Last session, our fighter Ludicius had other obligations, so our three adventurers, Bruenor, Gitsamani, and what's your face?
Jean.
Yep, we have Jean. They all managed to work their way into the city as a way to kind of expand their horizons. They're getting to know and judge of the land. I believe right off the bat, they sought out magical help in the Mage Hand district. They sought from Alfonso after receiving some information, Mahogany and her store. From there, our heroes have kind of dressed themselves up to look fancy and acquired a couple potions of restoration. However, we're going to start today with the crashing waves and the rocking of a boat as you hear a little seagull waking you up. Odysseus, please roll me a perception check.
14.
Yes, with a 14, you are above deck. You have a blanket over you with a bucket next to your side. You are very close to the side of the boat. As you turn your head, you see a little bit of puke on the side of the rail. Your stomach is churning. You have a massive headache. You're not sure why. With the 14, you look around. You see Alfonso, your illusionary script, on deck, speaking to a tall, slender woman, a little bit darker skin, laughing like they're long-lost friends, enjoying their company. Now it's over to you.
I see Alfonso.
You do see Alfonso?
Who's Alfonso?
Alfonso is going to be your illusionary servant for your ship.
Oh yeah, shit. Yo.
Great.
It's been a wild night. What's going on, Alfonso?
He looks at you and says, well, the lack of rations and seawater will do that to a brother.
Shit, where are we?
Well, we are in the glorious lands of Puva, he motions, and you see something that you haven't really noticed before, a large wall with a well-worn dirt path kind of working its way towards. You see a couple stands and shops or whatever, like on the other side of the harbor. And Alfonso says, my friend Mahogany will take you right there if you need to. And she says, oh, it's so like you, Alfonso, to offer my services to someone else. And with that, she takes what looks to be a normal scarf and wraps it around Alfonso. But when it touches Alfonso's shoulders, you see it kind of turns ethereal to match his sort of translucent behavior as it sits and wraps. He can grab and he interacts with it, throws it around his shoulder, and he says, marvelous.
Interesting.
He turns and says, Mr. Figatot, your friends went ahead without you. Your state of being was not great.
I bet.
Where they are, I have no idea. I feel like you must start them done yourself.
Well, fuck it. You know, let's go to the market. You know where that is?
Mahogany. He motions to Mahogany, who's kind of standing and looking over you. And she says, what's in it for me?
I got some wine.
You see, like, she gets a little rosy cheeked, and she says, I think we can make this work. Come along. And then she starts guiding you off the harbor and towards the city of Puva. You guys are now kind of awaking. Who wants to wake up first? Roll me a d20.
13. 19. 6.
Okay, so you two wake up right away. I'm not entirely sure if you guys specified if you guys had separate rooms or the same room.
I don't think we specified. I just wrote down Plaza has many inns.
Gotcha. So you guys are in the main plaza. This is a very nominal bar. You guys see that as you two exit your doors, we'll say each of us at individual rooms. You look down, you see normal humans and other humanoids just kind of chatting, and you guys see each other.
Good morning.
Roll me a d20 to see if you...
12.
You have another level of exhaustion.
Oh, damn. Hey.
I see.
As he says, you feel his relief from stretch kind of enter your bones as you are gassed out.
I'm gonna go back to bed.
Shortly after you awake.
Alright, I'm gonna go downstairs and find some food.
Okay, so you guys all exit downstairs, I'm assuming then?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, roll me a
Wait.
perception check if you want to know what's down there.
19.
Plus 19.
Okay, awesome. With a 19, you guys kind of go down. You see along the bar, on the front half of the bar where normally patrons would sit, you guys see a large buffet. There's several different eggs. There's different legs of some sorts. You see some kind of winged creatures, very small and deep fried. And it all just looks very hospitable. As you see, the bartender watches you guys come down, and he says, "Bed and breakfast."
Thank you.
Sick.
Mm-hmm. I need you to roll me a d20.
7.
Okay. You also have another level of exhaustion.
I take a fried wing thing with my hand and just bite its head off.
In your mouth, it pusses. You feel very liquidy, really moist in your mouth. And it's also kind of sweet, actually.
Wow, they really gelatinized these bones. Gross.
Crunch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You also see, sitting around a table, several humanoids. You got a 19 perception. You see a long-haired human resemble somebody that you saw on Poseidon's ribcage. You think that it was possibly someone in your memory that went into Igor's challenge and was... Something about him really sticks out.
I'm like, I kind of strut on over. It's my fried winged animal. I'm munching on the wing now. And I'm like, you look like the most generic human I ever seen. But something about you reminds me of a death race.
You're not gonna have to roll with that. He kind of turns his head after mid conversation with his buddy, and he says, "You see, he has a large, fanged teeth." He says, "Actually, let me see." He says, "I don't know. You look pretty insignificant yourself, my friend."
I'm like, oh, loony.
Can I just sit there staring at him like I really know who he is?
Yeah, absolutely. You kind of pop up next to him and just kind of peep around Brunor's side, just kind of stare really hard at him. And he's like, "Okay, where would I know you from?"
Didn't you, kill a bunch of people on an island?
I've killed a lot of people a lot of places. Him and his buddy both kind of erupt laughing, and you see he goes, ha ha, kind of slams down on the thing, and the beer kind of flaps over this thing. He's like, "Did I kill one of your friends? I'm sorry. There's not much I can do about it."
I don't think so.
You see that he flexes, and his arms kind of ripple and bulge, and his blood kind of bubbles, his veins go in stripes almost.
Can I tell him I like his teeth?
Absolutely. Roll me a charisma check.
That is a 12.
He looks down at you and says, "Yeah, I like your gall.
Thank you.
And you know what? I like your,
Your
your
pelt.
shawl. Yeah, I like your pelt."
I killed it myself.
See, true Deathstalker, wearing the coat of her prey. Of prey.
What's up with you? Don't be mean to my sister.
I mean, she's just not my favorite.
She don't have to be. She's my favorite. You can leave her alone.
What are you, sexist?
He says, "I just don't like to look at dicks." Look, motions to her pantsless while I'm eating.
You're fully clothed. She looks like me.
No,
Are you a halfling after you slept? I don't think so.
does the disguise kid go away?
Yeah.
Because I was
I'm gonna say it did because you were unconscious.
Oh.
We didn't know
I
that.
know,
He is specified.
Didn't ask.
My 19 perception should
Yeah, right. Someone should have told me.
He kind of looks at you, and he kind of like lips his lips a little bit.
Can't eat her.
I think I can eat whatever I want.
You gotta fight me for her, and we're not doing that right now.
Can I try to whistle at like an inaudible to dwarvish ears, but like annoying to wolves?
Is that
Roll a
who
performance
this
check.
is? Oh, I know who this is. He made Google eyes at me at Poseidon's ribcage.
8.
So you kind of let out a whistle. Oddly enough, you see his ears like twitch a little bit, and as you look at his ears, you see they're slightly more like pointed than normal. Just for shits and gigs, because you guys are like directly talking to him, can you guys roll me a nature check? You roll me with advantage, for a reason I'm not saying.
13.
12.
12. All right.
Do you want me to add any? Do you want me to add
I'm
some
just gonna
inspiration
say
to that?
I'm just gonna say you guys know of the existence of were creatures.
Can I?
Well, yeah, I've seen them.
Can I? Something about his teeth. I just remember those teeth because he like licked his lips at me and like did like a Google face at me at Poseidon's ribcage. I just like know his face.
He kind of looks at you and says, you know,
I told him I liked his fur there.
he looks at you guys and says, you know, were you at the coronation festival at Poseidon's ribcage not too long ago?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He leans back and he looks at his buddy and he says, these are the guys.
I'm like, yeah, bro.
The larger
Lightning.
The larger one, this guy is bigger, I want to say nearly 7 feet. He's going to be a human, half orc. You see that he's got a really large belly, okay? Really large belly. He goes, oh, that's the guy, huh? So you guys can fight a little bit, I hear. And, you know, witness. What was up with that pink shield going on there?
A little bit of evil magic.
It's a bit evil magic.
Well, you know, domain, imperial claiming type stuff.
The one guy, the larger one, kind of goes, yeah, mm-hmm. Just like kind of flying over his head. The other one, a little bit shorter, kind of nods his head and says, so what was the disturbance? We were never really elaborated.
I don't know, man. Cosmos just told me this is a no-no. I was like, lightning.
We had to protect the princess.
Well, you guys did a really good job, actually.
For the queen.
I'm sorry to disparage your people. You just
Okay.
remind me of my dinner. However, you guys do know how to hold your own. We're looking for partners to make up a group of 4
For what?
for the Crater Combat series.
What was that?
The larger one says, you know, left side of Puva. Big fucking crater.
News to me. News to
How'd
me.
that happen? Meteor?
Yo, is that about a meteor there? You can
They
make a
both
really cool thing.
shrug and they're like, we go there for the bounties.
That sounds cool. I like craters. There's cool stuff.
If you like fighting, you guys can handle yourselves.
What's in it for us?
The run you're talking to says, well, large pocket of coin and some respect on your name.
You talking gold?
Several hundred pieces, my friend. Granted, they're in the middle of a tournament now. In a week or two's time, I believe, we should have open editions. Find us around here.
Yeah.
I'll check you up on that.
We'll be staying in the residential district, but we'll be here for the next couple weeks before we take off. So,
Generic inn.
no, we're actually staying south of Sloshworks.
Sloshworks, right. Where's Sloshworks? What is the Sloshwork?
Roughly a mile or 2 up the road. You just have to go north from the plaza.
Okay.
He reaches out his hand and he says, Ulva,
Which one is this?
the smaller one.
Okay. I don't know what Ulva means.
What's his name?
Oh. Runar. Oh, God. I'm supposed to be this.
And he kind of he's staring at you guys a little bit.
Gets money.
Purposely avoids looking at Jean.
Take a step back.
Yeah. And that's up to you guys.
Hey, Jean, you wanna go back up to the room? I forgot something. Can you come with me?
Let's do it.
I'm just kind of like, what are you guys doing? Like, what constellation brought you here?
Awesome. And then cue to them going up to the room. What do you guys?
We're gonna go to the room and take a potion and put a disguise kit on you so you
Yeah.
don't look like a snack.
Need my disguise.
Awesome. You guys disappeared into one of your rooms that you had rented, hadn't completely emptied out. Glug, glug.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Is that completely gone then?
In your... Yeah. Yes. We'll just say that you guys are completely relieved of your exhaustion curse now. As you
Good.
guys slurp, 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 you feel the energy kind of revitalize you guys, as if you're drinking espresso straight from the coffee teat.
Will our exhaustion come back at any point after drinking this?
Or we good?
As a GM, no. You have been cured.
Okay.
And then your disguise kit activate into any
Yeah.
sort of halfling, or is anybody in particular? Twinning. All right, so we got fucking cool.
But I'll put like a different color or something on. Or
I'm in
different-
bright green or like forest green.
Okay.
I'm in like a forest green, like
I'll be
essentially like corset type leather top thing,
Okay.
like pants.
Mine will be blue.
I like it. And then we'll go back downstairs to join Bruner.
Awesome. I'm gonna say you guys. You managed to chat them up a little bit. Is there anything you want specific information on
Yeah,
them?
like, what's their deal?
You know that they're adventurers. That they have been. The information. Let me see exactly what they give you. Okay. You know they're adventurers, and you know they're very strong melee fighters, and they are kind of like you guys. They're just kind of traveling around. Like they got received the adventurers' call to go, celebrate. They make most of their money by doing freelance battles at the crater, and a little bit of bounty hunting here and there, but that's not really what they do.
Okay.
So Ulva is one of them, and then the other one's name is Talon.
Mm-hmm.
Can you spell that?
T-L-A-N. I'm sorry. T-L-A-N.
I got that so wrong.
All right. I'm gonna say, unless you have anything extra that you guys exit the tavern.
I kind of look up. I'm like, yeah, it's that time of day. Catch y'all later.
He kind of looks up like, see you later. And you guys all exit the bar. Two identical halflings and a dwarf druid. As you guys exit out there, you see, lo and behold, a sickly-looking Ludicius being escorted by Mahogany in the middle of
Yo!
the featured here plaza. You guys, it's probably about 10 o'clock, midday, very bright, very shiny, very blue skies, and I want to say that there is hustle and bustle. However, it's not the busiest day, so be careful what you say out loud. And I'm gonna open it back to you guys. What would you guys like to do?
Bruno!
I'm like, yo, you look like Joe Morgan's legs.
Man, I feel like his goddamn calf. Makes no sense. I don't even know what's going on anymore.
How you feeling?
I'm gonna give him berry, one of those health berries that I had.
Little good berry?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So as you hand him the good berry, and I want you to say that you have a +6 temporary health.
Oh, bad.
You don't look too good, man. Have some of this.
Thanks.
Get some in your stomach.
Probably need it.
You did not have any fruit. You just had shitty dead rations for like the past 4 days.
Man, how did we even get to Puva? Last I remember, we were on the boat. Now we're here.
You just kept going. You just kept drinking.
It wasn't really much.
Don't stop.
It wasn't really anything crazy. You just kind of went down, bro.
Yeah.
You kind
I
of
thought you'd have
peeked
sea
everywhere.
legs.
Shit. Man, talk about one hell of a bender. Man, anyways, at least you're here. What's up? What y'all been up to?
Mahogany goes,
clothes. Thanks to her.
you two look fabulous. She motions towards the identical halflings. I helped them both yesterday.
Oh.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Fabulous, fabulous. Now wine.
Alright, so I'm like, alright, thanks, Mahogany. I open up my bag of holding and I give her. You ain't get to pick. Okay. So I give her, you know, she only took me to the boat to them, so I give her like a medium tier wine out of the bag of holding.
Okay. She's just well, I guess my day is decided. Come find me if you need me. And then she starts walking towards her shop in the Maychain District.
Heck yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I talked to old friend. He's gonna teleport us to the Druidic Council in like a day.
Nice.
Till then, we're just kind of chilling.
Hey, it's me, Jean.
Hey, what's up, Jen? How you doing?
They eat mice here.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
They don't like.
I thought you.
Yeah, they're not a fan of me.
Roll a history check.
Yeah.
1.
You have no idea of the social standings of Kuva because it's beneath you. You are from the House of Cain. You don't even step foot in this trash city normally, so fuck you guys. You don't know anything about the culture here.
Well, that's fucked up, June.
Yeah, they're totally beastist.
Beastist.
Yeah.
They don't like beasts.
As he says that, you guys see a couple folk kind of walk through. You see that they're like a couple deer and like chipmunks walk, and then they see spill like a bunch of blue coins out of their thing as they small and trip, and then stop and pick it up.
Can I whisper to the Odysseus that these are little city given / government given coins?
As she says that, as a human walks by and
I
kicks
whispered
dirt.
it.
No, kicks dirt onto the little chipmunk folk who's gathering their little blue coins.
What's this human look like?
The guy who just kicked him?
Yeah.
Definitely like a square, boxy face, nose kind of crooked. I want to say like out in the sun, thick eyebrows, asshole.
I'm gonna go up to him and be like, "Yo, bro, don't leave him. Just go on with your business."
Roll me a strength check.
Whoa. 19.
19.
Yeah, as
Oh
he.
wait, and I'm proficient.
Sweet, so it's like 24.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you go. You say, "Hey, that's not nice." What did you say exactly?
Leave
Don't
him
do
alone.
that.
Go
Leave
on
him
with your
alone.
business.
And as he like kicks, he's still on one foot. You go shove, and it completely topples down. He stopped, and his face is actually gonna smash like right next to the little chipmunk. And you see like kind of hits his nose, a little crooked ass nose,
Did
and
it
it
fix
starts
it?
to bleed a little bit. No, it curved even more. And the chipmunk kind of like looks at him like, he looks at you, and he gathers up the coin, and then you can add an inspiration point.
And I will go back to them, away from shit man.
So, are we just waiting for this teleportation to go see the Druid Council right now?
Yeah.
Basically.
So we can do whatever we
I don't
want.
know if you want to check anything out in Puva, like biggest city in the world, bro.
Oh shit. Okay.
There is, in the Featured Here Plaza, which you guys are, a signpost that does have points of interest and direction, so you can ask me and I can give that information, because it is publicly available.
Okay.
Can someone read me the signs?
We had them earlier, didn't we write them down?
Well, we were at a different intersection, weren't we?
No, well, yeah, it was at the other end of the plaza, so essentially pretty much. Do you guys want to look at my point of
Yes.
interest real quick?
Yeah.
Awesome. So, this is what's offered. There's definitely more in this city around, but you see that that is what is on the boards. Maybe if you ask around certain people, they might have some more information, but that's what we got.
International Harbor. sex club for humans.
Mushroom market. Ooh.
That's
a
the
zoo.
purple.
We met the zookeeper on the island.
Oh, she works here?
Yeah.
Oh,
Think so.
yeah.
Fuck yeah, let's check it out. Wonder if they got humans or freaking humanoids in that bitch.
They had the. What were they called? The methods.
Methods. Yeah, they have
Methods.
like the
And
Remoras,
the
and they
Remoras.
have the Yeti. They have all the beasties.
Oh yeah.
All the things that got brought to the island that escaped.
Mm.
They got all of those in there.
This is where they came from. With.
Terrible idea.
Dude, I know just what you're thinking, bro. Lighthouse. Looks cool, right?
They have a
No.
lighthouse here?
Be a It'd be a great view.
But like, what about killing that Remoras?
They didn't know we
What?
did it.
What about it?
Well,
You might
I
want-
lost one, and I kind of want one.
You guys
So-
did sell Remoras eggs to Xavier and his pal.
Yeah, Luducius wasn't with us when we sold it.
No.
Luducius was kind of out of commission.
You're right. I was just making the point to the GM. There are Remoras eggs available in the world.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh
So
yeah,
then
you
we
had your
definitely-
ghost Remoras and you let it go.
Yeah.
But it was super helpful.
You trying to buy one? I'll go with you.
Fuck it, yeah.
Yeah, no,
we're
let you
at-
buy from the zoo.
We can see.
I don't know.
Shit.
What? How did normal zoos work?
You're a noble,
I feel like
dude.
that
I
did-
feel like you could do all sorts of stuff.
Gene, is that what normal zoos do? I've never been to a zoo.
I'm
What
only
is
using
zoo?
my dad's
Yeah.
name, but you
We're
know
all
what?
I
animals.
just know
We're all
what the elf
creatures.
lady told us that she works there with
Yeah.
the beasties, and that's all I know. What do you normally do at a zoo?
You just look at
Look.
things.
This is boring.
They take the animals from where you grow up and they put them in cages, and
That's
then people look
cool.
at them.
Can we go let him out? Can we go let him all out?
So, I'm not usually the voice of reason here, but we did come here for a mission, and it'd be better to wreak havoc after we complete the mission.
Okay, I can wait till that's mailed.
I mean, if you think about it, you know, they,
Yo, you could get a free Remoras then and not even pay for it.
That I was thinking about it.
but then they're gonna go hunt like twice as many Remorazes, trying to track them down. Like I
Can
don't
we get
know
more?
if logistically that like makes it better.
Okay, maybe we don't break the animals out. Maybe we do buy it later. 'Cause those things are big. I don't think they'll fit through the portal with us, right?
Nah, most
Yeah,
definitely.
let's
not.
visit it after the mission.
Yeah, and then we'll let the animals out.
Yeah, on our way out.
Wreak some havoc. Well, shit, what the hell are we gonna do now then?
I don't know. You hungry?
As you guys are pondering, you guys hear like the soft sound of music. As you kind of turn around, you see a small group of three teenagers/children.
You're about to say 3 blind mice.
A little too perfect. One is a human, one looks like an elf, and then one looks like a toad folk. And they are all playing music together.
I kind of just want to like look at the toad folk because I've never seen one before.
Absolutely, roll me a perception check.
But not like in a mean way, just like a. Whoa. 14?
Yes, with a 14, you see that this toad is brown and green all the way back. It has many deep ridges and large lumps. However, its face is actually very beautiful. It's very smooth and rushed back. Its eyes sit like perfectly above its head. And its mouth, to Gitsamani, looks delicious. I don't know if Gitsamani knows the difference between being hungry and horny, but
You
it
know,
looks
I don't
delicious.
know. You, straight up, I don't know if Getsmani's ever had sex before.
Can't
They have
read.
clubs for that.
I don't think I want to do
Yeah.
that.
I throw like one gold coin and flick it right in front of three of them.
In front of him.
Yeah.
Does Toadman touch it with his tongue?
No.
Oh.
You toss a gold. You see that the elf uses. Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting the spell. Mage Hand to grab the gold piece, and he kind of whips it back into his cap. And after that, he kind of like motions, and he comes closer to you guys, and you guys hear
What
the light
instrument?
strums of royalty-free music.
What instrument is it?
Specifically, you see a little piccolo and then two woodwind instruments from the other two. The piccolo is held by the elf. So you see here a couple pipes and then just some soft woodwork.
Very beautiful.
Wasn't there like a mechanical portion of the city?
Yeah. Are you asking me? I
Yeah.
want you to roll me a history check then.
Are you playing that?
Yeah.
Oh. So where did that come from?
No, the three guys.
18.
Yeah.
An 18?
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know that there has to be some sort of artisan guild or people good with their hands here, and you do know with an 18 that there's a large goblin concentration, and they have quite a few contraptions that are nearby, and that's going to be like north and west of the plaza that you guys are at.
Cool. I'm like, do you guys want to look at some gadgets and gizmos?
Hell yeah, I need to buy some stuff.
I'm sure some will be shiny.
Got her.
Do they got weapons? I'd like to re-up before our next battle.
Do they have shiny axes?
Possibly.
Ooh. Let's go.
Cool. Let's head that way.
Awesome. You guys start heading that way then. All right. The party from there, the featured here, exclamation point plaza, starts heading north as their way to the Clockwork District. You guys go north at the speed of traffic, the foot traffic, so it takes you a little bit longer to get there. You guys are passing by just kind of normal wooden architecture. You know, this is a large city, so they needed a lot of resources, but as you can tell, things are a little strained, so it's mostly wood and normal glass over the windows. As you guys walk past, however, one thing really does stick out. You guys see a large stone building, this time with two large columns coming out of it with a very large iron gate, roughly 15 feet tall. As you guys walk past it, you see a giant sign in stylized font that says Sloshworks Ale. And you guys think
Ale.
that this is the Slosh in the Hour Aleworks. As you guys walk
Guys.
past it.
Ooh.
Yo, I know
Anybody
that
have to
second
agree?
word. That says ale. Can we go?
Sure. You're stuck.
I'm down for a drink.
No.
I'll have juice.
I'll join with you. I'm drinking juice. I need a break.
Yeah, so you guys peel off and you guys approach the gate, which seems to be guarded by kind of like a little, like, a single, essentially just kind of like a gate manager's door. And you guys
Why
peek
is
in,
there a gate?
and you guys see a Kenku sitting there flipping through some sort of paperwork.
A what?
You do know this, Gitsamani. A Kenku is a raven person, or essentially just like a crow type humanoid.
Ooh. Oh, I like them because they like what I like.
Do I know about them?
You're aware of their existence. I don't think you've met one though.
Okay.
Roll if it's above a 10, you've met one.
Yep.
Yeah, you've encountered a couple.
Have I met one?
No, you just
No.
haven't.
I really didn't.
Yeah, you guys see that he's not paying much attention. Just very busy. However, the gate is completely locked.
I say, can you let us in?
He kind of looks up, head turned, and he's like, "Who are you?"
I'm Bruno.
Don't let him in. Well, what's your business?
I want a slosh.
He buries his head down and he says, "There's no tour scheduled for today, so get away."
How can you talk to him?
I'm just doing my job, sir.
I thought Kenku's can't talk right.
Nobody talk.
Really?
Oh, they're Ravengers.
He speaks common.
I thought they were cursed.
Wait, what do you mean there's no tour today?
Can't we just get a drink?
He looks down and he like shows up his book and it's just scribbles and scribbles and scribbles and says, "There's no tour scheduled today."
Do you have to be on a tour to get an ale?
Absolutely, fucking dumbass. We don't let anybody just into our factory.
Oh, I
We
didn't know it was
supply
a
ale for the
factory.
whole
I
world.
can't read, dude. I didn't know. I knew it says ale. I wanted an ale. Okay.
He kind of is stalled by that. What did he just say? There's plenty of ale in the plaza.
All right, we'll take our business elsewhere.
Like later, douche.
Yep, immediately goes back to his papers.
We'll continue on
On to
towards.
clockwork.
You guys engage with Kenku, decided not to push it any further. You guys walk, making your way, meandering. This takes several hours to get up there just because of how busy like this particular section is.
Can we
But
pass anything cool?
absolutely, you pass what I'm going to say Ludicius remembers or knows as the Advent Academy, which is essentially where adventurers or people send their little tykes to become adventurers like you. Yeah, as you guys walk by, you see several little people, like normal humans and regular folk, or animal folk, playing together. You see like little fighters kind of lunging at each other. You see a couple like archery targets lined up, trying, missing fairly as you know. You only see. Roll me a perception check if you guys want a little bit more info, and I'll answer your questions.
I did not get it.
A 3.
Same.
12. Perception. What do I add to that?
If you're proficient in it, you add
Wisdom.
Wisdom. You're
Nope.
not.
6.
With a 12, Brunor can assume that the way that these children are being taught, everything looks to be very good and moral standing, you know? Nothing seems to be suspect about it or anything. Does seem to be, however, a lot of little adventurers around compared to what you assume to be instructors.
There's a lot of tiny people.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of cute.
Yep, they're really cute. You guys kind of make your way, and then as you guys are finally reaching the edge of town, this is where you guys can start seeing like the landscape start to dip a little bit.
This is the crater.
You are nearing where the crater is at. As you guys pass the Adventure Academy, you guys approach the Artisan Nook. You guys see several tents and sort of shanties stacked up, and you can see individual little gnomes and I want to say cute bear folk. There's a difference between like grizzly bear, large people, and like the sort of characterized version you're seeing of like a cute little teddy bear.
How tall are they?
That's a great question. They are 2 feet tall.
Oh, they're my height.
Yes, they're
They're
very
like
small.
Oh my
Bears.
gosh.
Yeah, that's a great analogy. They're essentially little Care Bear folk. And you see them working with tools. You see a couple working, like kind of chiseling out some rocks and such. You see a larger tent with a couple pews, and you see there. Actually, do you see? Someone roll me perception.
19.
Oh, sweet. With a 19, you guys see what you assume to be the master gnome, essentially like artisan here. He's got really thick goggles on his head, bright pink hair, and a nose that's like almost like circular. As he's walking around, as these people are sitting on pews, sort of like messing with things in front of them. You guys kind of assume that they're working on their tinkering skills, probably some sort of artificers or carpenters here, as well as a larger wooden with a stone top shack kind of like placed behind it. And then down, that's all kind of like on the side of a road. A little bit down, you guys start seeing like the other part of the crater. I know like that was a lot of words, guys. Cool.
He got mixed in with the barks.
Yeah.
For me.
So
Essentially, you have
Basically
an
a
artist.
giant tent with some pews and some gnomes and bear things doing
And then a
Somewhere.
crater in the distance.
To summary, you have an artisan nook with a little permanent structure, and then all the way to the left, if you guys keep on walking, is what you guys assume to be the combat crater series.
Oh shit! Cool.
How can I roll a perception check on how little bear hands do good work like that?
Please do.
11.
With an 11, you see not well, as they're kind of struggling with outcomes. They're really trying their best, okay?
Takes them a while.
No one ever said they were the best artisans, okay?
I
What
go
are they
up to him.
making?
I go up to him. I'm like, wow, little buddy, you're doing so good.
Aren't you like 2 feet tall too? How tall are you?
No, I'm like 5.
Flat.
Bro,
Little
have
bit.
I been staring at your
What
crotch
color
this whole
are they?
time?
Like my belly.
I'm 2 feet tall. If you're 5 feet tall, I've been staring at your crotch this whole time.
It's got like belly button,
That's
right?
not how proportions of doors are.
Okay.
I have no idea.
What color are these bears?
Roll me a d6.
2.
Very fluorescent.
Fluorescent?
Mhm.
Rainbow?
The one that he's talking to is going to be bright orange. It's going to be like blaze orange. He's got like an orange spot on his stomach with all white on the other side. He looks up to you, and you see that's actually kind of a younger little bear, and you see that he's kind of filming what you know is like a telescope, as he's got little lenses next to him and a metal thing, and he says, "Thanks, it's my first project."
Can I do a perception on whether it's actually good or not?
Yeah.
Don't hurt his feelings.
So that'd be like modded 20.
A mod 20. You think that this is going to be serviceable? You don't think it's going to be like super? You don't think it's going to be
Okay.
Hubble?
I'm like, who taught you?
He kind of points over towards the larger gnome, and he says, "Well, he let me borrow a couple of his lenses from his goggles, and he said, just try your best."
Oh, cool. Yeah.
You're making
What?
this all from just looking at a lens once?
Well, there's a couple pictures, and then he kind of like points over to where they're sitting, and you see like a larger book kind of near where they are teaching at pews. Like, so I had an idea.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm like,
Who are you?
Adventurers.
oh,
Oh, my cousin was an adventurer.
Really?
Yeah, we haven't heard from him in a while.
Where
but-
did he go to adventure?
And where do you go to adventure?
All over the world.
I mean, I'm here.
Yeah.
He kind of smiles and he says, "Do you want to help me?"
Sure.
What other kind of projects
How?
are going on around here?
He stops and he says, "Well, Darius is building a spider, which
A
is pretty
spider?
cool. Yeah, you sit in it and it walks for you.
Whoa.
That's pretty
cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's
What else?
I'm not that good. I can't make that for you.
Maybe someday.
I'm trying. Darius says I'm pretty good. And he looks down. And he's like, I think I might be good. I think."
Yeah.
Just gotta believe in yourself, buddy.
He does believe in himself. You see anything else?
What other kind of projects besides the spider?
He says, "Oh, you'd have to probably talk to everyone else."
Okay. I think I want to go wander around.
Cool. I want to check out what else is going on. So,
All right. Well,
catch you later, buddy.
I'll be later.
Deuce.
And you guys kind of walk away. Roll me a perception check. Actually, you guys got 19s, huh?
Yeah.
Not with a 19. And after hearing about the spider project, you guys see a giant mechanical beast sitting outside of the structure, kind of like haphazardly covered with like blankets and leaves and stuff. Blankets with leaves on them. Sorry. As to sort draw eyes away from it.
Have we ever seen anything like this before?
No.
We did in our other campaign.
No.
Yeah, we had
Well,
something.
but I'm gonna
Side
go. I'm gonna go to that gnome. That gnome.
You walk up and you start hearing instructions, and you say, "Now the alloys here really need a specific heat. So if you have any sort of innate fire bending and sort of fire mending, please let me know. This is very critical." You see a couple little hands pop up, and they say, "Come talk to me after. We're going to have a special session later." Now, who can identify? Yeah. Hello? He stares at you.
I'm like, Oh, I didn't want to disturb your class.
I mean, you have. What brings you here?
Cool.
He turns and says, free time, please continue.
Cool. Then, not so that everybody can hear.
Yeah, now he's like
Oh,
focusing, talking to you. He says, why are you interrupting my class?
I was like, I was just trying to find a really good telescope.
A good telescope.
Yeah.
Very interesting. There's not many people interested in astronomy in Puva, so
Yeah, I love astronomy.
there is a lot of light pollution here, so I understand it's not great. But let's see what I got. Would you like to buy, or would you like to special order? Normally, it takes me a while to create something.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how good can I get if I just buy one that
Let's
you
take a
guys
look.
have.
Roll me a d20 luck check, my friend.
8.
With an 8. He kind of walks away from his crew. He's not going to go all the way to his super awesome shed, but what he's going to do is kind of open up a trunk. You lift it up, and as you kind of see that's like projects of past like students or whatever. He goes in there. He finds one. He takes it out. You see, there's kind of like an indent on it. It's a little bit red from like patinaing. But he's like, "This should be functional, and I don't have a use for it. If you want to just take it off my hands, sir."
That would be awesome.
Fabulous.
Cool.
Wow, thanks.
And he says, "Please, we just ask that you respect all of our artisans here."
For sure. I talked to a couple of them. They look like they're doing good work.
They're trying. They really are. We have a lot of issues we need to work on.
Yeah.
Like
but-
what?
Well, there's been a lot of defection and a lot of violence, and
Within your students?
yeah, we've had to thin out our ranks. We have a lot of moral issues here. People want to be using and creating poisons and explosives so immediately. It's like you're a teenager. Stop. We try to teach more utility based for our skills here.
Right. Yeah, I just use magic to blow stuff up.
He looks as if you're one of the lucky ones, huh? What kind of magic do you practice?
Druidic.
And your name?
Brunar.
Bruenor. He like taps his fingers and he goes, "That name sounds familiar. Have you been to Poseidon's ribcage recently?"
Yeah.
Do you know
Why?
Taruchi?
Taruchi was one of my favorite students.
He fixed up my axe. There was a huge crack in it. He made it look brand new.
Let me see. He inspects it and kind of flips it over and he looks and he says TS, like right underneath like the curve of your battle axe. And says, "That's Taruchi." Kind of looks and he's getting a little sloppy, but man.
He fixed it fast. I had to take it before he was done.
From my
served
account,
its purpose.
it'll be very serviceable. I don't see any issues there. But,
So this guy fixes weapons and stuff.
yes.
So I got the bow and an axe. What can you do for me?
Are you trading them?
What do
Are
you
you
want me to do?
fixing
I just want you to make them better. I don't know if you can imbue anything special with them, or let's see.
You hear from a couple pews back, and you see a very small, probably 14-year-old, dark elf. Black skin, not like brown, but like black skin. She says, "I can do it." She's looking at you.
Okay, well, what can you do?
And then from there, Darius says, Matilda actually can offer quite a few services. Kind of motions for over here. He's like, "What exactly are you looking for?"
So I want my bow and my axe to be stronger. I don't know if you can imbue it with some sort of magic or just get some specialty stones and make it really strong, but I'd like something along those lines. Money is not the issue.
Wait, don't you just have wine?
No, I got some dough.
Okay.
Little Matilda kind of like hop, skips, and jumps over there, and she goes, "I can help you with a little bit of this." And you see that she uses Conjure Flame, and you see like it like licks her fingertips. She says, maybe your bowstring?
Oh.
And Darius kind of looks at her and says, that's pretty promising, however. I personally could offer some help on your axe.
Okay.
And he kind of takes it from you without really asking, and kind of like looks at it and says, see how it's chopped and not very sharp here. Obviously, you got to use one of my enchanted honing edges. It won't ever be blunt again, my friend.
Ever?
Asterix.
Okay, so the elf can put some sort of fire on my bow. And Darius, you can make it so the axe doesn't go dull. With asterisks.
Yeah, as a GM, essentially, like it'll just be damage buffs.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well,
Absolutely. What would you like?
I'd like them both. How much would it run me?
Matilda's face kind of lights up as she like actually gets to do something. Let's see.
Might have to make a phone call pop.
He says, the axe is going to be more expensive in this scenario. Roughly 700 gold pieces for this improvement, as well as a couple days worth of time.
Okay.
Only 3 days.
3 days.
However, your bow can be done by this afternoon, and for as little as 150 gold.
Okay. We
Can
can
I-
do it.
Can I ask him in a nice way? Because I don't know how to ask this in a nice way, but why his services cost way more than Tarushi's? Tarushi was offering it for 10 gold to fix an entire gouge in my axe.
Right.
And he fixed it, and I gave him extra. For
That's the difference between repairing and enchanting.
Okay. I didn't know that was enchanting stone. Okay. Never mind, I don't want to ask him that.
So that was
That was a GM question then.
750 and then 100?
150.
Shit. It's alright. Pocket change.
So as a GM, what would you like to do? Both of them? However, that'll make you weaponless for a while.
I'm seeing that. So here's what we can do.
And I think there's a teleport ready tomorrow.
Yeah. Can you buy a stone from him?
Yeah,
And
do you
like
have
one of the
anything ready?
stones to.
Let me have
I
a
know
look
you
at-
said you don't like weapons. Your students can make weapons, but do you have any available?
He says, no, you would have to really check the other artisans a little bit further down. There are full blacksmiths. However, like I said, I try not to teach mine.
When did you
So
stop
specifically.
teaching your students to make weapons? Because Tarushi did pretty good.
He says, there have been an increasing amount of guards showing unkempt behavior towards certain people, and
When did this start happening?
it would have to be with the rise of one of the senators about 1.5 years, 2 years ago.
A senator? Guys, what is a senator?
They're a political figure.
What do they do?
They're like my dad.
They're kings?
Who's your father?
Kyle.
Darius asked.
He doesn't like to talk about his dad much. He got daddy issues.
He ignores it.
Did you ever give my dad a name?
I did give your dad name, but unless you want to change it. His name is Solomon.
Solomon Fingertot of the House Kings.
You see with that, like, a twang of kind of pain hit Darius's eyes.
God damn it.
As he says, your supply chain is very brutal, but efficient.
Thank you.
Alright, so what was that? 200 gold for the bow and 800 for my services?
You just upped your price.
I believe it was 150 gold and 750 for the services.
I believe that's what it was before I realized you had money issues.
So I believe the House of Fingertot sends you supplies, and if you want that to continue, it'll be 100 gold and 700 for the axe.
He says, I believe we switch suppliers.
Can I earnestly ask him if there are any other suppliers that can supply as much and on time?
Hold on.
I'm
one
like
second.
slowly,
Can you roll an
I'm
insight check?
slowly backing up
Yeah.
this whole thing.
Intense.
I'm like walking away.
Oh fuck! Are you sure? Are you proficient in deception or insight checks?
No.
All right, then you think he is stone cold telling the truth. I'm sorry. What did you say specifically? I missed. I can't believe that.
If there are any other suppliers that can supply as much and as efficiently.
He looks at you and he says, "Absolutely. There are many other suppliers we can go to."
Are there that many people in the world? I will play
Get some money, I got this.
I'm gone by the way. I left.
Gene, what are you doing?
I'm sticking with get some money.
Yeah,
But I was kind of like,
Start wandering a little bit, let them do their
yeah.
I may be a drunk, but I'm not an idiot. The supply chain from the House of Canes is far superior than what you will receive elsewhere. If you want, we can stay at your 150. I'll be generous, and we can both satisfy this deal. Otherwise, if you want to make an enemy of the House of Canes, the option is on you.
Oh, I was gonna roll a persuasion. Roll an intimidation check, bro.
6.
He says, he kind of steps, kind of lowers his shoulder. He says, "I don't want to make an enemy. I don't agree with how the House of King conducts business, and I think that stands with my policies that I have a moral standing. So I believe 200 gold for your bow, 800 for 700 for your hand axe."
Okay. So this is what Odysseus does. Without saying another word, he leaves.
Did you take your stuff with you?
Of course, I
Matilda,
take my stuff with
Okay.
me.
Matilda, like standing the whole time. What? As you walk away, she kind of like tugs on Darius's arm, like, "What are you doing?" And eventually, like, you kind of hear some murmuring. And you hear, "Wait, we can do 150
All right.
for my Matilda."
And so I gave her the bow, and I let him know. So I will be back later tonight in the afternoon to pick up this bow. Thank you. And then I turn around and walk away again. Fuck that bitch.
He goes, and back to the innate traits of this, and then you kind of like start talking about Shale.
Yeah.
And Matilda takes her little thing, and she kind of rushes over, not exactly by the first little guy, but to her own little stall, and you see her start kind of whipping away, and you know you can probably go right to Matilda later.
Cool.
Okay, so now you are down your bow, however, it is being enchanted.
At least I got my axe, so I'm not defenseless.
Mm.
What else is around us?
That guy was a dick. Fuck him. I'm still cutting off the supply chain.
Why does he have a problem with your dad?
Yeah, what was that about?
What does your dad do?
You know,
I can help you if you need real answers.
it's
So, the House of Canes makes its money by gathering and distributing all sorts of raw materials throughout the world. How they gather those materials and who they gather them from, XYZ. I don't think you guys know that yet. Maybe Ludicius does, however, he's not going to say that out loud.
hell no.
Okay,
There's a house
so I'm
Have
like,
I ever
so I'm like,
experienced
why does he
trading
have
like
beef with your dad? With the way you conduct business?
Let's just say you do know that your business with Yakomst tends... You've heard stories. You've never witnessed this in firsthand. However, your dad uses very brutal tactics to get what he wants.
Probably murking motherfuckers.
Like whole cities.
Whole cities? Goddamn, that motherfucker's evil.
He's not evil. He's just determined.
But I ain't saying that shit, so you guys don't know it.
So what did you
What's
say
he
though?
do?
Yeah. So how do you respond to his question?
Can you answer it again?
I said, why doesn't he approve or why was that dude like so against the way family conducts business?
We just have a very, how do they put it in words? Very older way of doing things, and not everybody approves.
What do you mean old?
So
Y'all do trading like my people do? And like you trade a loaf of bread for a pint of beer?
it's similar in those aspects to where we trade resources to countries, and also to individual merchants. They don't necessarily always approve.
Look at this little
I'm missing a lens, but it works. I gotta put the end one on.
Looks good, buddy.
They don't always approve of how we gather our materials.
Why not?
Well, do y'all pay them equally? Like for their stuff? Like
Well,
equal
they pay
trade?
us for the materials.
For their stuff.
But like are they paying the right amount of money? Like an equal trade? Like fair stuff?
It's a fair agreement
Okay.
to the parties involved, yes.
Do I believe him?
Roll a deception check, and you roll a counter. Insight. Roll an insight check to see if you can see he's lying.
17. Insight is
Wisdom.
wisdom, so 12.
You think he's telling the truth for the most part, man. He's not cracking. He's not.
Oh yeah, business is business.
You don't think like he's lying, but you don't think he's like giving you like the whole picture, maybe.
Just like okay.
All right. And after that, you hear like a cheer from the crowd as the sun is starting to get to that point in the day where it's turning like lighter orange and mahogany in the sky.
Where's the crowd?
You guys want to watch some fights?
Yeah.
In the crater?
Yeah, fucking
Let's get it.
Heck yeah, you guys are following the crowd. As you guys see, this is like the largest bit of crowd. You guys are kind of like shoulder to shoulder with larger humans, like mostly humans and the humanoid folk. Not necessarily like, I'm sorry, when I say not humanoid folk, it's going to be not beast folk. Where it's going to be mostly the traditional humans or whatever. You guys make your way down there. You see that as it descends, like the main road you guys are on, it branches off to kind of show like the crest of a valley, kind of a canyon itself. You guys see like that's where all the audience sits. It's where the stands are looking grand, nice and large. Roughly 20, 30,000 people can fit around the sides of this. You guys, let me see. You guys are not stopped by any guards as you guys walk past. You guys have no tickets necessary. Work your way. What do you guys want to do? Do you guys like to kind of ascend down towards the battlefield, or would you like to take a spectator spot?
Spectator.
100%.
Hell yeah. All right, so you guys all go over there. You guys sit down. So you see down that it's a descended, probably like 200 feet drop. It's a bowl shape, obviously. You guys see a crater floating above what seems to be, or not, I'm sorry, not a crater, a slab of rock being kind of held or floating above a small crater of lava below it. You see that this is not being, roll me an Arcana check. I mean, it's pretty low DC.
19.
Yeah, you see that this is definitely just magically enchanted to hold a spot to kind of like create a battlefield to do it. You see that there's like different rocks and such in the middle of that slab to create sort of different cover and such. You guys are all taking your spots. You see people walking by with like tails on wood. You see some more of their deep fried wings that you had for breakfast, as well as, you know, beer. You see Sloshworks Ale just like everywhere. They're essentially like a sponsor for this fight. And you guys kind of sit down. You guys go get your spot. There's next to you guys, you see kind of annoying people. You get some really loud groups of what seems to be like younger teenagers who are really excited. They're cheering for what seems to be an established team.
I'm gonna call for a beer.
Hey, beer! Alright, you see like a mage hand just kind of like deliver you a beer, like a one, no bubbles on top, perfectly sat. And then it's like
How much?
2 silver.
Toss it silver.
That's the same price as our inn. That's the same price as one night at the inn.
Listen.
That's expensive.
It's about convenience.
We'll grab it. There, you get a nice buzz.
Is it good beer? Like,
What kind of beer do you like?
No
'Cause I'm gonna say
good, like-
Sloshworks is known for having honey beer.
I have experience brewing.
Me too.
Okay, in that case,
So-
you think that this is a common ass beer. You think this is like a beer for the masses.
Yeah.
You don't think it's artisanal.
Okay.
This is
I'm
not
like-
any zip lip.
Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah, I'd let Gene try some. Yeah, it's not Ziploc.
You guys feel the energy of the crowd as everyone's really anticipating this fight. An announcer comes out after a while. A younger man, no hair, no eyebrows, very white and pale, approaches, and you see him kind of like motion with his hand. You guys assume he's doing like a thaumaturgy cantrip, and he goes "Doot, doot, doot, doot," like a microphone. You hear. Hello and welcome to the Crater Combat Series 200th annual semifinals. You guys hear. Today is our 2v2. Our 2v2 semifinalists. Over here in this section, we have our Wereboys. Everyone kind of goes and claps. Immediately, you guys hear a large screech, and you see a tiger pounce out. You see that he has a bow and arrow on his back. He's very orange, very gorgeous tiger. You recognize that as Ulva from earlier,
Ulva's a tiger?
as he is rippling with pure strength and energy. And you guys look you guys feel a little dwarfed a little bit by his power that he is having.
I feel very dwarfed.
He's a tiger?
Yeah, and then slowly sauntering out after him, you see roughly 8.5 feet tall, arms as wide as tree trunks, a black werebear, and he lets out a roar. Really does shake you guys to your core.
That was good.
Like, whoa.
You guys can almost like feel his stomps as he creates his presence known, while the were-tiger stays on all fours, very large, like 7 feet nearly, and kind of
7 feet.
very large. It's like pacing side to side, kind of like
Oh my
getting
God.
a feel for the ring. You guys here. And in this corner, coming from our very own Bard College, we have the Synergistics. You guys hear like them actually like start playing their own entry music. It's like
That sounds pretty lame.
no, it is booming, my friend. It is like ringing loud. It's a little folky, but it's powerful, like Simon and Garfunkel type. You know, just amplified to the max. You know, they're actually kind of They have choreography, as one uses Misty Step to go from its initial position to on top of one of the rocks, and he goes to hype the crowd up. Everyone, I think, is pretty excited here. Whereas the other one saunters on and just kind of like keeps a low profile.
Can I whisper to Brumor? How are they fighting with instruments?
Sometimes when people perform, like, smash on and stuff. I don't know.
This is gonna be intense.
Yeah, I
Just
just
yes, wants to
City-
gamble a little
Gene,
bit.
like,
Always. What do you mean?
can you, like, squeak like that?
I don't think so.
That's intense.
So, where are the stands? How do I bet money?
There's just a lot of people around here. There's no like official gambling league here, but I mean, you could probably figure out someone to bet money too.
Alright.
Do you know anything about this?
I have no idea. But I'm still gonna throw something down, but we'll see what happens.
So, do we know that's Ulva and...
Because you
We're-
guys were so
yeah.
close to them earlier, and you were so close, you understand like that is their garb. Like the other one, Talon, he had just had his pants on earlier. You know, he had just like a little jacket, so you still see his pants. You see Ulva's bow,
Okay.
so you do know what that's not.
So they're fighting with instruments. Or
They're
am I
fighting
missing
against
something?
dudes with instruments.
They're fighting bards.
Wow.
Can you remind me what a bard is?
Bard is someone who uses like music in order to spellcast.
Uh,
Oh.
so who are the Olga and...
They're the Were brothers.
I've never met them though. These guys did.
They did, yes.
Yeah, we met them.
Yeah,
earlier.
that's all, so you're
we
asking
met them
them.
this morning.
So,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, we met them. They're just dudes.
Big dudes.
Weird dudes.
They were at Poseidon's ribcage too.
Oh shit, no rip.
They knew who we were.
Crazy. Alright.
They said we were the guys.
So then, should I throw some money down on them? Or y'all think they kind of suck?
I think we'd be good.
They look like
They
they
made,
could
they
win.
made it through the challenge
Yeah.
at Poseidon's ribcage.
Okay.
I think they were the challenge.
Yeah.
Done for, yeah. Do what you want with your money, dude.
You hear blah, 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 blah. The buildup of the announcer still talking. As you guys were talking, he said, environmental deaths count, no disqualification. Remain in your spell slots. Let's have a clean fight. And like that, you see that he disappears from the middle of the thing, and all bets are off as they kind of start rushing at each other. Did you want to place any bets?
Hell yeah, but who am I betting right now? Like,
Alright,
I'm looking around here. I'm looking for somebody.
What are you
know.
seeing?
Yeah, do you want to roll a perception check so you can see anybody?
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That works. 12.
Oh, dude, with a 12, because there's so many people around you, you see that there's like a slightly wealthier, looking guy like behind you. You can tell by his clothes. You know, he's very dressed up, and you can tell that he has like a little M, so it definitely came from Mahogany's.
Okay.
So you think that he has some money. You think that it is just an elf.
Okay.
Just kind of like him and his party there. They're sipping wine.
Hell yeah. All right. So. I go up to the guy, and I'm like, "Yo, they're already sipping wine, huh?" I'm like,
There are sipping wine.
"I bet you 3 bottles of wine that." How's her name?
Ova and Talon.
Ova and Talon beat the bards.
He looks at you and he says, "Are you referring to the bards or the beasts?"
The beasts.
You think the beasts will win? Really? You've been drinking your own wine a little too heavily, my friend.
So that's how we playing here now.
Your confidence is coming off so arrogant. How can their martial powers do anything against the arcana flowing from these trained bards?
Hey, if you want to talk, how about you put your money where your mouth is?
Okay. Easy.
Alright.
I have money to spare.
I walk over there and I'm like, oh, dude! And I like put my arm around him and I'm like, and I spill my beer on the guy.
Ah!
And I'm like, the Cosmos telling me these beasts are gonna rip them up.
Is he with you?
I don't know who that man is.
He's kind of disgusted. He says, "Well, the fight shall begin shortly. I'd gladly take a loser's money."
Well, 3 of my finest bottles for 3 of your finest bottles.
Interesting. Would you like to add a little gold into the mix?
100. Nah, hell. 30 gold pieces.
I say 200 gold on the beast. That's me. That's me.
He ignores you as he says, I love the sound of that. Absolutely. And places 30 gold, like, right next to you.
Cool.
I'm like, bitch, you ain't got no money. You got no money.
Alright.
Roll an intimidation check.
Wait, intimidation is... Okay, 5.
He says, I have plenty of funds, sir. Would you like to bet me?
I just said 200, bro.
Can I see your funds? I don't believe you have them. Your friend here is obviously one of class and dignity. However, your stature is debilitating.
I pull out my emerald. I'm like,
That's not yours.
yeah,
That's mine.
no.
Do we each have one?
Or wait, did I had the ruby? You guys had emeralds.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have a giant ruby.
Yeah, either way. I pull it out.
How much is that worth?
I'm like, whatever.
Well, if you're serious, he kind of looks side to side. He looks at a woman he has with, who has a very large, like, pearl necklace, or what seems to be pearl necklace. Says, tit for tat. And he lays it down as if to bet you.
I'm like, bet.
Okay, awesome. So here's how we're gonna handle this. As he says, and you guys will be staying near me. So he kind of motions, and you guys see like two larger elves. You know, not like strong, but like taller. Kind of like approach you guys. You see that they have like very large, or not very large, finely woven vests. You guys think that they're probably like military, or like higher military. And they're off. The fight begins. Let's all roll to figure out how this actually falls out. I need everybody to roll me a d20, please.
Okay.
10.
7.
I'm gonna reroll because that's not on any number. 13. It's a rawhide.
Good luck, brother.
I checked.
Good luck.
Okay, I want
Can I just like
you and you to roll me a d12s.
That's not a 12. 12. For why?
I think we're about to find out.
Did I do something?
No.
Okay.
Um,
Just figure out.
Okay, so fight begins with the signal, like a man leaving. Immediately, the bard in behind throws wall of flame across the middle of the battlefield to kind of give himself a little bit of breathing room. However, Olva, the were-tiger, was not having any of that. Completely pounces through it. You see that he has like scorch marks on him as he burns. Takes very little damage. He goes for it and tries to pounce and claw the one standing, kind of like hyping up the crowd. He managed to hit him and tackle him to the ground. He's repeatedly kind of ripping into him. You see the bear folk from behind kind of let out another roar as to try to frighten them. That failed. Then you also see the bard from the back take his moment to cast a form of magic missile. It goes and it hits the bear all 3 times as it goes doo, 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 doo. However, Talon does not look damaged nearly at all as he kind of just brushes off. You guys see Arcana sparks kind of hit the ground as he just kind of slowly saunters, not running or with any urgency, making his way across the field. This time you guys see the other bard who has been pinned down managed to conjure fire, flip Olva off of him, managed to get to his feet and try to attack. He missed. From there, Olva is actually going to grab him again and try to grip him. He manages to grab him by his viola, flip him off into the fire below as he's caught by like an invisible net, you know, so he didn't actually hit the thing. And when you guys hear that, you hear a big as you hear you hear Crimson has been disqualified, and the crowd roars, which you assume to be one of the bards that just got
Oh, okay.
knocked off. However, standing near the edge puts himself in a very dangerous position. The other bard definitely is going to cast Thaumaturgy to get his attention. I need you guys to all roll me d20s again.
No, it's not
3.
11.
16.
5.
This bard is going to action surge. He's going to cast Gust, and you see Gust kind of go right underneath Olva's feet as he is knocked prone and thrown down. You see that he's kind of grappling and trying not to slip off the edge from there. Talon is making his way, however, very sturdily, not scared, across as he's just walking towards a squishy guy as this bard is focusing on Olva. Olva tries his best. Oh!
You got this, Olva!
Oh! Olva manages to use his tail to kind of like get a little bit of extra momentum and kind of use it to grab the edge. You see he gets on there. However, he's taking, I'm going to say he's exhausted from that because it was a lot of work.
Yeah, tripod!
Okay. So the bard is going to cast an aura around himself of protection. Talon is going to be close enough to him. He's going to start swiping him. However, he's resistant to this damage. So you see, like, the bard kind of go as his aura is like taking the brunt of it as like he's kind of swinging down.
Can I shout, "You're a little bitch, Bard"?
It's pretty loud. Roll me a persuasion with disadvantage.
Oh, with disadvantage? Fuck, a 5. 15.
With a 5, I'm gonna say yeah, it'll hear him, but it doesn't really mess with him at all. As he's kind of getting paraded, he has all this shit going on.
Yeah.
However, Olva sees this as his opportunity. Is he's kind of getting pushed back against a rock. Olva goes in for the kill. He kind of grabs him by the neck, with his mouth. Resuming from technical difficulties, we left off with the Ware brothers assaulting the last remaining bard. We had the Talon miraculously tearing apart his aura as he's just whamming, doing physical attacks. We left off with the Were Tiger, Olva, grasping him and grappling him with his jaw, allowing for Talon to really get in there and start doing massive repeated undercuts as he do. After a while of this madness, you see just the collapse of a figure as you hear as a roars erupt, not just from the Ware brothers, but from the crowds, as everyone is going crazy, as the Ware brothers are now moving on to the finals. For the 2v2.
Oh, give me my money, bitch!
Yeah! The elf next to you is looking very stern-faced and very upset in that classy way where they're not trying to show it, but they're showing it. He says, "Man of my word, 30 gold.
Don't forget the wine.
Yes, you're gonna have to come back with me to my quarters for your true selection. Otherwise, you can have. Oh, what do we have? The bottle and a half we have with us.
No, we're going back. I'm going back.
All right.
Or we're going back. Doesn't matter.
And you must take my wife's jewelry.
You're the one that put it up there.
You see him doing something with his brain, with his head, and you hear a sigh come from the wife. Fully hands you the pearl necklace.
I have a question. Is my brain empty enough to pick up on whatever brain signals just happened as an amplifier?
Roll a d20, sheer luck.
11.
No, but
Dang.
no, you don't know what's going on
What
there.
do you mean a brain thing?
As you touch the pearls, you feel a little bit of arcana. Once you roll me an arcana check. DC 10.
DC 10. This motherfucker's trying to rip us off. Oh, DC 10.
10. Awesome. From feeling that you feel your vocabulary expand as you are given a pearl necklace that allows you to understand, not speak, but understand Elvish and Primordial.
Oh, I put that on.
As you put that on, you hear the Elvish from the wife immediately go to what you can hear as common and said, "We're really going to show them where we're sleeping. Does that seem like the best idea?" He responds, "No, we're just going to get them out and then leave them. I don't intend on giving them my ale, my wines. This is ridiculous."
You know you can always ask me to fight it anyway.
Yeah.
Those pearls look so good on you, Bruno.
The elf looks
Can I
to.
borrow them? Can I wear them? They're great.
People are starting to exit this stands or whatever. The crowd of like smaller teenage boys in front of you guys are really excited. Woo! They're hoots and hollering. One of them's kind of sad, like the one that has, obviously like the bard in the group is. But they all walk away, kind of leaving you a little bit of space with the bodyguard and the elves.
Okay. I kind of whisper to Odysseus, I'm like, they're not going to bring us back to get wine.
All right, let's exit now, shall we? While the getting's hot. And
I
they
give
start.
him that little nod of an acknowledgement. You
And-
see me slowly put my hand on my fucking axe. But we still walking though. I ain't doing that.
Yeah, we're still walking.
And they walked without signaling you to follow, so they're a couple of paces ahead. And you guys kind of like run up to try to get right behind them.
Okay.
Or do you guys?
Yes,
we're
yeah,
following.
we're still going with them.
Awesome, awesome.
Alright.
They don't gotta give us a.
You follow them.
Acknowledgement to go.
They're trying their hardest to squeeze and kind of like get lost in the crowd in sort of like rough terrain. So I want you guys to make me a saving throw for a wisdom saving throw.
Does that add anything on?
Just wisdom.
Just
If
wisdom?
you no wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
So add your wisdom proficiency. I'm sorry.
yeah.
Or
But
not
then, not proficient.
24.
16.
12.
Nat 19.
All right. They try their hardest to kind of squeeze their way in between. They create a little distance on themselves. However, all of you have an eye on one person. You guys are all pinged. You guys are all in sync. Everybody, as you guys exit, the where you're meeting the mouth of the crater per se. It's like sort of like the medics and such were leaving the field.
Jumped on her.
And they kind of like start walking towards the main plaza place where you guys assume like there's taverns and like possible places to stay. As you guys walk a little bit further, however, the two larger elves kind of stand in front of you with their backs and like try to create distance between you two.
Can I just like squeeze through their legs?
Absolutely, you have an ability that lets you do that. As you jump right ahead, and
Can I just shout
what's
back
your
at them?
what's your armor class?
16, but there is still 18 because you never said take it off. You gave me something while we were fighting and it says until further notice.
Okay, we'll take it off.
Okay.
That was probably a super situation. Yeah, but either way, you think that as you try to go by, you feel a flirt try to trip you, misses. You're able just to get ahead. Now you're about like 30, I don't say there's like 20, almost like 30 feet of distance between you guys. However, you're right behind the main elves. They turn right. You guys all see that with your perception. They're kind of going down like a more solo alley per se, but the two other guys are kind of blocking you guys from like proceeding.
Okay.
Don't lose me. Please don't lose me.
You yell that, they hear it.
Okay, so I heard that. I'm gonna try to bypass them.
Awesome, roll me a strength check.
Fucking same. I'm gonna push him right through him.
Strength check.
Can I like he push him and I just kind of like stay with him?
If he passes, I'll let you go with advantage.
I want to weasel through.
Okay.
Can we just say
I'm
Jean
doing
has
it
weaseled
on-
through?
Is that a
like me?
1?
That's a 1.
Oh, I'm doing it on my own.
Can we just say Jean has
That's
weaseled
4.
through with me since we're like been twinning all day and doing stuff?
Yeah, do I have the same ability as her? Or do I still have my
Like
own
she's
abilities?
That's
Mimicking me?
interesting.
Like she's mimicking me, but like not quite as good. But
In
like
this
Yeah,
scenario,
I'm
in this
mimicking
scenario, I'll say
her.
yeah. I don't think I'm
Mimicking.
gonna let that happen next time though.
okay. I just don't want to be alone.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. There's two little identical halflings. Only really one of them is being seen at each time because they look the same. So like,
Yeah,
they keep thinking
you
they're seeing
only
the
see
same little
one.
halfling.
Yeah.
You guys are right there.
Keep in mind, they don't know that we're all together.
Yeah,
I
they
said I
didn't
don't
know
think
that
Yeah,
we
they
were
don't
there.
know. They
didn't
never
see
saw us.
And then I said I didn't know him. He just followed me.
Very true. What did you roll for your strength check?
4.
A 4. So with your 1, you try to push the same way, like through that to get some mind in. You were like trying to duck down a little bit. And you got a nice fucking elbow to the face by one of the guards for 4 points of damage. As it busts you, and you kind of like cuts open your lip a little bit, or not your lip. I'm sorry, your cheek, as you draw a little bit of blood.
Do I still have his temporary 6 HP?
Yes,
Fuck yeah.
from the good berry.
What's your health?
You try to push by, but
25.
you're caught up by him getting stuck in the middle
Oh, okay.
from his failure.
What do these guys look like besides elf?
They're larger elves. These are going to be like wood elves, so they're going to be more in tune with nature. They're going to have bows on them. They're not martial necessarily.
So, but just like clothes, just like nice clothes.
No, tightly woven. You think that these are like hired guard,
Okay.
didn't do
like
so
tightly woven like
Leather.
armor. It's like studded-ish.
studded.
Trying to do an insight for an AC.
Can I heat metal that?
This is elven material, and I don't know if it heats necessarily, but I'll say their pants do have large metal rings around them.
Cool.
Fucking heat their
I'm gonna heat their dicks. Their belt buckles, bro.
That. Do you have to roll to hit or anything, or do you just fucking touch them? You're right
I'm
there.
casting. I'm right next to them.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
have
You
a
just
pe-
go
I
grab their
have
dicks and go.
I have pieces of iron, so like that's what I need for it.
That's all. So you just all right. Roll
Yeah.
roll for
So
damage,
it's
I
kinda
think,
like-
bro.
Okay.
Because it's a surprise one, you're gonna get both of them at the same time.
It has a range of 60 feet.
Yep, you are good.
Takes 2d8. One takes 10.
Damn.
One takes 9.
Damn. You from behind, you got stuck by Ludicius here. You see their metal belts, huge elven emblem in the front, like they're compensating for something. You grab them in the midst of everything without knowing what's happening. You hear ah ah shrieks as they all or stop like
I just
take
can't
off
keep
their
going.
pants. Yeah, absolutely. You guys go past. Do you go past with him too?
Yeah.
I need you to roll me a d20 just to see if you make it.
4.
You make it, you stumble a little bit. He gets about 30 feet distance. You get about like 10 maybe, and they see you. However, they're really concerned with their fucking cocks burning as you see them trying to take off their pants. They're taking massive damage. They don't know what's going on.
They're naked in the streets.
They're taking their pants off right now. They're taking their pants off in front because they're like burning. Everyone around them is screaming, what the heck? You see 4 guards of the city of Puva start working their way over there to the commotion because normally like it's not like in pain shrieking while you kind of make your way a little bit further. You two will go to you guys are down the alley now. I'm going to say you roughly 30 feet behind them. One of you is in shadow, one of you is in light, depending on who's looking. What do you guys do?
Continue following. I don't know. They don't notice me, right? Like
Yeah,
they don't
yeah.
know
Do
that we're
do they
actively
notice?
following
Do
us.
they notice us?
They do not.
Okay.
So then you guys going to go stealth and just like completely track them then?
Yeah, just
One
stay with
stealth,
them.
one not. Like you said,
Okay.
I guess
Yeah.
they don't know that we're following.
But yeah, it's just
So
stay
that
with
way
them.
that these
Sounds
guys
good. I
don't
want you both to
follow
roll me
us.
stealth checks. Ludicius, what are you doing? You're on the ground. There's some people around you, and you hear screaming in your ears.
I'm on the ground.
Well, not necessarily like on the ground, but you're like kind of stunned because you got. Well, actually, no. I lied. You kind of are on the ground with your forward because you passed them, and then you kind of tripped yourself up.
Okay, well I'm getting up and I kind of see who is in the back. I think Jean was in the back of Getsamani. Me.
You're gonna see him first.
If anything.
All you see is Brunor.
Okay, so then I'm just following Brunor.
With your one, I'm gonna say that you didn't see them necessarily like dip to the side anymore, or if you did, you forgot it momentarily, so you only know where Brunor is.
and I'm following him. I'm just trying to get up and catch up.
Absolutely.
Okay, I got a 21 stuff.
Heck yeah.
I got a 6.
A 6. What are you trying to do?
I'm still tracking?
You know where they are. You know that they turned. You're about to turn the corner as well.
Yeah, just keep going.
Perfect. I didn't know. Like I'm treating this kind of like combat right now. So.
Yeah.
All right. You make your way around the corner. Ludicius goes. However, these guys are kind of. They take their pants off. They understand kind of what's happening, and they're getting kind of worried. So one of them is gonna rush at you, or not rush at you to hurt you, but kind of rush at you to like be next to you. He's about 5 feet behind you, and the other guy is still messing with his pants. You guys managed to get a little bit further away. They're moving quickly now that it's not crowded. You, Brunor, are able to see them. They're about like 60 to 70 feet away now, and it's like curvy roads, and there's going to be a couple different branches that they could go on. So if there's anything you want to pull there, let me know. Otherwise, I can say that you can keep tracking them.
Yeah, just keep going.
Awesome. Okay, Ludicius, what would you like to do?
Same. Oh, I know this guy's coming up behind me.
You feel him, and you know he's right next to you.
Yeah. Oh, shit. So, I mean, I ain't got nothing to stop him. I'm not trying to fight him yet, because they haven't done me wrong just yet. They're planning on it, but they haven't done it yet. So, I'm still going to keep following. My hand's still on my axe on the ready, because I'm starting to get fucking pissed. If this guy even touches me, he's getting a fucking...
Awesome. So you
Rocker.
have an attack ready. You're walking. Okay, so you start move ahead. Let's see what this guy does. Oh my gosh! All right. Okay, so the one really is having problems with his pants, and he's actually falling over. He's like trying.
It's still burning.
Yeah, it's still hurting. That's actually a good point. Yeah.
How long?
He
for him?
is still taking damage.
Hell yeah.
The other one has no pants, and he's
Should I roll
falling.
for damage?
Following you buck naked?
I
Ooh.
gave him full 8 because he was dumb and he rolled a 1.
If he wants a dick fight.
Okay, so you guys managed to go. We're going to say that they keep on walking at this pace and trying to elude you guys for roughly like 20 minutes, half an hour. It's getting kind of dark at this point. With your 6, you were loud and you kind of gave them suspicion that you were being followed. However, you didn't roll low enough that they saw you. Nothing from Jean.
You were stealth.
Total
Yeah.
shadow. Total shadow. And then they actually lead you guys to what you assume to be is their house after a while, or that they're staying in. It seems to be a rented house. It's about a 2-story manor. You see that it has a large double door, red, or wood, a couple windows up top.
Okay.
You see that they... How can I put this? They use kind of like an illusionary wipe to sort of erase the door and enter that way.
Okay.
So it goes, and you guys kind of see like the shimmering of the door, they enter, and then you guys see the door reoccur.
We're all here
Did
now.
we hear them
You two-
say anything while they did that, or they just said,
That's a good question. Roll a perception check.
A 2.
You hear them speak some Elvish.
okay, that's fair.
Can I roll a perception too?
Yes. Will you roll a survival with advantage to see if you find them perfectly?
16.
I mean, you probably would, but it's getting dark.
I got a 16 perception.
Is it over 10?
My survival is wisdom, so yeah, 12.
Yes, awesome. So you're able to spot them kind of like near another house in the residential area that they're kind of staying. Okay, so Odysseus, you are being followed. You make a turn and you realize that this one guy is right fucking behind you. I'm going to say Brunor will leave a trace that you would be able to track. However, what would you like to do with this man following you?
Do I still see Brunor?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that you were able to like see him and you are able to know where he's going.
But I don't see Jean and Getsamani.
No.
He does, though.
Yeah,
But
but essentially he's like tracking them successfully enough that he knows where they're at.
Okay.
Mhm.
And I only see Brunor, but I don't know anything else.
I know, and they're like stopped, right, at this point?
Yeah.
So I know that they're stopped
You'll,
and where they're, okay.
yeah.
You know that they're not moving anymore and you don't see them from
Yeah.
Are we close enough to
I got
talk
a
to
16
him?
perception.
I mean, you can yell in the fucking a couple blocks away, or a block away if you would. What are you doing?
I got a 16 perception when they disappeared.
Well, when you saw that the original elf kind of reach into his pocket and, yeah, with 16 you don't know exactly what happened. But he reached into his pocket before he did the spell.
Okay.
So, what am I going to do?
I'm going to say that you were being actively pursued, not necessarily in combat.
Can I do something right now?
Yeah.
Like,
I would.
I'm gonna cast a spell, Pass Without Trace, on him.
It's on your whole party.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, it's masking you and your companions from detection for the duration each of 1 hour. Each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, so they have to be within 30 feet
You are, for shift, it's mostly like 70 feet away right now.
of him.
Yeah.
What about of them?
A little bit longer. He has like line of sight on them.
Okay.
He's not near them.
We're not within 30 feet of him.
Can I move towards him?
Yes.
And
Yes, you can totally make that
And
work
do
where
it.
he's coming, you're like
Yeah.
pretending to be another guy essentially, and then you pass without a trace
Stealth
cast.
us.
Absolutely. That means you have a plus 10 to your stealth checks now,
dexterity.
Plus 10?
and your dex checks too.
Yep.
Wow.
Fuck yeah.
Plus 10 to stealth.
And can't be tracked except by magical means.
Got you.
For 1 hour, you said?
We don't have that though.
So,
Just me and you.
so they can't see me. Or
What-
what did that mean?
He can see you, and he's actively pursuing you because he's in your line of sight. It's impossible for him to like look for your footprints right now.
Mhm.
And if you roll a stealth check, you get a plus 10 to it. So like if you want to say, I want to dip out right here in this little crevasse and whatever, then you can
Literally,
yeah,
like, duck down
Lose 'em.
yeah,
behind somebody.
You
yeah.
can lose them.
Exactly. You can like walk past the
You
fat
can
guy
lose them,
and
but
just
you have to do something to
Yeah.
lose them.
Start walking back.
start walking backwards. Like you're just so focused on going forward.
So is it still my turn on this?
Yeah.
See, I'm fucking with this shit, alright? I hold grudges. So I see him behind me, so I slow down a little bit, and as he gets closer, my goal is to fucking whack his ass with the back of my axe, and then dip over to Bruno. This way it'll stop him in his tracks, hopefully.
Okay, so what I'm going to say is this is going to be a distraction attack. It's not going to do damage, but if you hit, it'll successfully allow you to get advantage on your stealth roll here.
Alright,
Awesome. So roll a hit.
8.
We'll add your proficiency and your strength.
3 plus 3, 6, 2, 14.
A 14 will do is you take the end of your axe and you go bop, and you hit him right like in the center of the thing. Tossing him back, and he staggers as you just kind of dart near Brunor's side. And then I'm going to say that like he's really disoriented, allowing you guys to go the other way quick without a trace.
Fuck yeah.
All right, now just for shits and gigs, can you guys roll me stealth checks? You guys both get advantage.
Nice.
5.
And plus 10?
Yeah, and plus 10.
Plus 10, 17.
And your proficiency and stuff, so like
Uh,
you're solid. All right, so no, it's easy.
18.
All right, you guys are all right as you dip. I'm gonna say, for story, you guys reconvene all kind of near the same point. You guys vantage point. Let's say there's a couple crates that you guys are kind of like crouched behind. These two, Kitsamani and Jean, kind of give you guys a lowdown, saying, "Hey, we saw them go in there, but they were doing some funky stuff."
Mm-hmm.
So then we'll leave it open to you guys.
Can we, like, inspect? Do like a
Can I do
Perception check
perception check? Yeah, sorry.
of the.
Oh, just like the
Property?
building. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
All of us?
Sure.
That's not good.
18.
9.
Sweet.
Like 11.
12.
Awesome. Well, with an 18, conveniently, you guys see that the back window is accessible via, just the way that like it's kind of like sloped and angled, as well as the way like a couple crates were stacked for storage of the assumed rental property. So you think that with a little climb, you guys could get access to the second window.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Heck yeah! Oh, on the thing,
Yeah, on the building.
on like the whole building.
Yeah, just try to see like what's going on with this.
Fuck yeah! Okay, so you roll me just a d20 just for my sake.
16.
Alright, perfect. Because you go, as you kind of go get the vibe, you think that this is just a simple, oh my gosh, there's an actual spell of this. I'm going to call it an aura, just for lack of a thing, but it's actual, like, it's an actual spell. It's like Good Hollow or something like that, where it essentially creates like a little bit of safe haven for people if you're traveling in the wilderness and such. However, they have that applied to this rental property.
Okay.
So that just means like it's impossible to like smell them through that, XYZ.
To really detect them.
Cool.
Which is a very neat ranger spell if you guys meet a ranger and are going to the woods, aka
Nice.
Bastionwood.
Okay. So I tell them, I'm like, that's like a spell just to make it so that you can't really detect them otherwise besides
we
magic.
saw them, so.
Right. We visually followed them.
Yeah. We
That's
did
why.
good.
For sure. Good sneaking.
Should I sneak some more?
I'm gonna say at this point it is
We're
completely
good at
dark.
sneaking.
You guys are under the veil of darkness. Streets are, especially in this area, just almost deserted compared to what it was earlier.
Okay. I say to Ludicius, I'm like, so, do you want to get your wine or?
Hey man, I know it's just some wine, but it's the principle.
Right.
Are y'all with me?
So, are we going to do it to their face or behind their back?
Straight to their motherfucking face.
I like that style more personally.
Hell yeah, let's go fuck these guys up.
Are y'all going to the front?
Who's going
or the
first?
back?
Yeah, was there like a front door?
The front.
Or they didn't really?
We'll knock on the
Yeah,
door.
there's a front door.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going straight.
But
to
they
the
didn't
front.
go in that door, did they?
They went in the front.
Oh.
Do you want to come around back with me?
Alright. We'll stake up to that.
Alright, so, plan.
If
Here's
y'all
what we're
get
gonna
them
do.
by the front door, I want to see what kind of shiny shit they got upstairs.
Exactly. Let's go. We'll get the wine. Y'all do the rating in the back.
Alright.
Alright. Then we'll just meet up at the front.
Insurance.
Exactly. If they don't give us the wine,
Yeah.
we won't cause too much havoc.
We'll draw attention to them, to ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're not gonna give it to us, then you know.
We're just gonna leave. But y'all need to make sure you rate them well.
If they got good stuff, I will. If it's trash,
Good
no.
shinies.
Alright, so how are we gonna know if you guys had a successful raid?
I'll give you a bird call. And go,
That's one way.
Okay. Cool. I'm cool with that. Let's run it. See what happens. I'm starting to sober up a little bit here. It's taking most of the day, but.
Okay, so what's the official plan of action, guys?
Gene and I are gonna go around back while they distract at the front. We're gonna take what we can if it's good stuff.
Okay, sounds good. So yeah, if you want to like sneak in the top the
Yeah.
window.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
While they're knocking on the front door.
Yeah.
Awesome. So they're knocking on the front door. You guys, yeah, let's roll you two first.
For what?
Well, here's what you guys need. To get up to the windowsill, you're gonna have to get an acrobatics check.
Can I help them?
How?
Can we just?
Before they go, I want to do enhance ability on. You're like, wait, how athletic are you guys?
I climbed up and took the orb at the statue just fine.
Are you super athletic?
I mean, I climbed
know
up
you
there
did.
and did it twice.
I have a lot of dexterity.
I'm very nimble.
Never mind. You guys do your thing.
We'll let you know if we need help.
What is your roll?
This is for an acrobatics.
Yeah, or
Okay.
athletics actually.
Athletics?
Oh, you said acrobatics.
Did I say acro?
Yeah.
Okay, that works too.
Oh, but well, no, I'm gonna
27.
go with athletics because I'm gonna get a 22.
In tandem, as you guys are still kind of dressed up exactly the same, you go, huh! And you go grab up the windowsill. Your fingers go touch. You guys lift yourself up. You guys peer in. I'm not even
What
gonna have
do
to
we
roll
see?
a perception check. I'm just gonna tell you. As you guys
Okay.
see, this is going to be the
Milo.
waiting room of the elven couple. As you guys see, like there's ornate tapestries. Here you see like a bunch of gold silk and very like dull coloring. You know, you get many beige, stone, and yeah, like I said, gold and silver. The bedspread on this double, triple wide bed that you guys are
Ooh.
seeing is just like one of the finest things you guys have seen. Like it had taken hours and thousands of hours of protection. You guys see that they have many bags and chests and such with them. Are you assuming that they're traveling? And you see the woman elf this time with like a gown on, assuming that you guys assume is getting ready for bed as she's just not adorning, but taking off her jewelry.
She's in
You can tell in her face that she looks very upset that she lost her purpose. You guys in the front, what do? You guys can act if you want, just let me know. However, these guys are in the front.
Yeah.
Fucking going right in.
Walk up to the door.
Yeah, just go up to the door and dunk, 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 dunk.
Nah, fucking not. We just walk right in.
Check if it's open. Just
Lock.
Okay, now do.
Awesome. As you do, a couple seconds go by, you see a slide. You see like a peephole. You see like a really like bloodshot eye kind of go. Shut up.
Oh.
Once again. Doom, 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 doom. Knock again.
No response.
there any other points of entry that we can see besides the window?
Not accessible, no.
How not accessible?
If you want to get on the roof, you could probably break a hole in it.
Not for that.
Well,
They should come join us.
So-
from the back.
I mean, we know the guy's there, right? So I yell
Just
out,
how you gonna get
this,
in.
right, this is Odysseus from the House of Canes. We're here to see the master of the house.
He goes, House of Canes? Why didn't you say so immediately?
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude.
Opens up the door. You see the elf earlier, who is now dressed in nightwear, and he says, if you would have informed me that you were a business partner earlier, I would have not treated you so poorly.
Oh.
Come in for tea. And he motions for you two to come in.
We go in. Right.
That's what I'm talking about. And he turns his back to you guys and goes towards like the little kitchen nook that they have and starts he has tea already made, you know. And he starts pouring you cups and he says, I hope my associates didn't give you any trouble. And they're really just here for our protection. It's kind of amazing that you were able to give them the slip, huh? How'd you do it?
They weren't much trouble. Not at all. Your associates are dog shit. As a fellow royal, I expected better.
I assume
Can
you
we-
expect payments, even though from one royal to another you don't need it.
Indeed.
I understand the value of my word. Here's your wine. And he grabs like one of the bottles that he had earlier at the thing, but then goes and gets two fresh ones for you, like from his little rack or whatever, and he presents to you. He says, I believe this makes us even.
Okay. Valiantly take the wine. At this point, I still didn't hear that freaking bird call. So, now I'm still talking to him, you know? Like, how's everything going? Thanks for the wine.
He says, well, as you should know, things are going fabulously. How integrated are you in the supply chain?
I leave that all to my brother and my father.
Oh, well, they're handling the orcs magnificently.
Oh, that's great to hear.
Yes. Ha, those savage beasts need to be tamed.
Indeed.
Without their work, you know, Yakoms would not be the towering infrastructure that it is. I'm very proud of my homeland, and I really am thankful for your services, and I appreciate you, and I apologize for causing you any trouble tonight.
Thank you.
Please send my highest regard to your father.
Okay.
However, it is getting very late.
Has the wife left the bedroom, or is she just chilling?
She's still chilling.
Or
No,
does she like
to go
some
see-
cheer?
No, dude, at this point, she's sitting on her bed, like, applying elixir.
Okay. Is there
Just-
anything like we could grab within arm's reach?
The window's closed.
Oh.
Oh, the window's closed. I thought you said it was open.
No, I said you put your fingers on the windowsill.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna just bird call because it's not worth it.
You don't feel like murdering innocent people today? What?
No, I am not. I don't even know what my alignment is right now. A chaotic good. I'm not trying to kill innocent people.
Neutral.
But how innocent are they?
I go,
You go.
in the fucking house?
Does the wife go downstairs?
Yeah,
Oh,
the wife.
Yeah.
The wife looks alarmed at the noise and says, "Is something wrong?" The elder elf looks at you.
Is it?
Is something wrong?
Sorry, I took a bird form earlier, and my transformation must not have completely dispelled.
Just the druid being himself again, dear. Don't worry. Well, with that loud interruption, I believe this interruption should come to an end. Motions to the door. If you would please exit, I would like to get to sleep.
Yeah.
Alright, you know, so then
Jump
at
down.
that point we got our wine and I'm like, alright, thank you for your time. So
Yes.
It was pleasant.
You guys go to exit. As you go to exit, he stops you before you're like, as you're the last one to leave. And he whispers in your ear and says, "There has been a stalwart. Have you been informed of that?"
Stalwart?
Yes, at the Northern Trading Hub of Yakunsk. Yeah, I was told that you were going to be dealing with this. We put out a call last week.
I am not going to be dealing with that. I'm well informed. I have my servants looking into the matter.
So the House of Canes is still pursuing it.
Indeed.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much. Shuts the door.
Climb back down.
Combs
I just
comes back to me.
step out into the street, take out my telescope.
Are there any constellations you're looking at specifically?
Got your wine, nice.
Were you trying to be stealthy when you were talking to him at that exit right there?
Yeah.
You were? Roll a stealth, and will you roll perception?
Do I still have my plus 10?
You do.
Yeah. 14.
What'd you get?
Mod 23.
You heard everything he said. You heard his inflection, you heard all the family relations, you heard the fact that what Alfonso was talking about on the boat might be related to this.
Yeah.
Everything. Over, you guys have your wine, you have your necklaces, and you're outside of the rental property.
That's freaking lit, dude.
We'll go back to join them.
Yeah, we'll fill him in and say the window was closed and she was in there.
Found some fancy people lotion. I
I
don't use lotion. I came from the forest.
How do you know what lotion is?
They did have a lot of fancy stuff.
Don't you
though.
guys have like plants and mud?
Yeah.
Yeah, I use mud. I don't
Yeah.
use whatever that is.
It's the same stuff. They just charge a lot.
Basically.
That just sounds dumb and wasteful.
Hey, I expected things to go way more south, so, that's okay. We got the wine.
Sweet, we got our things.
No, we're good to go.
Yo, how does this necklace look though?
It's shiny.
Is it good?
Badass.
So good.
I like it.
I can tell from the stitching that it was made by a master craftsman.
Sick. Yes. With your new gorgeous look, I assume you guys kind of make your way back to the same tavern that you guys were at earlier to sleep at.
Is that the best one you
Yeah.
could find?
There's probably others around. However, like that was one that you guys know was close to everything, and you guys had
Yeah.
a standing
It was a nice place.
We'll go back.
thing with. Yeah. Awesome.
They were there without
They had free
Odysseus.
breakfast.
They were there without Odysseus.
I refuse to stay in some half-assed tavern.
Oh, of course, of
Ooh.
course.
Where are you gonna stay?
Y'all are coming with me on me. Thanks for the adventure, right? So we go back and are we back yet?
Okay, so you do know of
Back
a
to
very
where?
posh tavern, or not necessarily a tavern. We'll call it a whole lodging scenario for merchants of the higher class.
Ooh, hostel. So have we gotten back to their tavern, or we're still?
You made it back to the main plaza. There, you guys see just like a couple drunks now because it's kind of later at night, just kind of sort of, everybody's kind of asleep. So if you want to work your way over there, you kind of walk towards the harbor a little bit, and then you guys are able to find very fancy lodging. This time it's going to be 10 silver pieces a night per person. However, your amenities are much better. You guys kind of sleep and make through. You guys are going to receive a well-rested trait for tomorrow, which is going to be you get to add advantage on any specific skill roll that you want.
Okay.
Because you guys are paying a little bit more for this tavern tonight, you guys
Yeah.
are going to get the well-rested feature for
Oh,
nice
okay.
beds. Do that, and you guys get advantage on a skill check tomorrow.
Just one.
Just one.
More choice.
Yes. The next morning, you all awake near the same time because of the rumbling of the thunder and the rain that's bombarding the outside of your place. Yeah, even though it's really early in the morning, it's still nearly black outside because of the storms brewing. Roll me a nature check, everybody.
Nat 20.
5.
You think this is unnatural.
Is my danger sense going off with this?
Not with this. However, you feel like this is not a natural storm. You feel like this has been conjured
I don't know.
with a nat 20. You think this was conjured not in Puva, but sent to Puva.
Ooh.
Do you think would our druid friends know anything about this?
With a 20, you think they could probably help.
So this is the day we're supposed to travel, right?
This is the day that Gaston said that he would have the traveling prepared for your group.
Ooh, Did
Okay.
you get your bow back?
Not yet.
No, not yet. We just woke up.
I'm like, okay, guys, I know we're supposed to go teleport, right? But I kind of want to stop by the library really quick.
Okay.
Is that cool, Shell?
They have some. Wait.
Is there complimentary breakfast at this place?
Ooh, yeah.
I
It
mean,
was at the last
There
place.
was at the basic
I
tavern.
know.
Yeah, with the well-rested, you guys do get an assortment of lunches.
Yes.
However, it's not much better than the breakfast you had at the other place.
Huh.
Kind of the
It's
same.
okay.
Yeah.
Still sus.
Yes. However, when you go downstairs, you don't see nearly anybody. You guys are alone, essentially eating breakfast.
Okay. Does it feel unusual that we're alone?
No, it feels like this is a place that most people can't afford all the time. Is this a dog?
Yep.
No.
All right. So, what was the party's plan of action before the evening?
We're eating breakfast.
Yeah.
I was like, what do you guys
Eating
think about
basic
stopping by the
breakfast.
library?
Can I ask him? Hey, Bernard.
Yeah.
What's the library?
It has
Goddamn
a
idiot.
lot of words that you could learn.
Like big words or little words?
A huge variety.
Got my level books.
But
Picture
pictures.
Pop
Man.
up.
We'll take you to the kids.
Does that sound good to you guys?
Yeah.
Let's
Wait,
do it.
why are we going to the library?
See,
Is it on the way?
I don't know what this draconic looking stuff means. So I'm trying to find somebody that can assist with that, or maybe a book on it.
So, I think I might go grab my bow and I'll meet you guys at the library.
Cool.
Have my people ever dealt with draconic people? Like, are there any folklore songs that I might know about them?
You roll a history check.
1, but I get to re-roll. 10.
You hear the classic dragon's tale, like you know that they used to rule the land, at least down in the desert, supposedly. But you don't think that they would ever, especially dragonborns, come in the middle of the forest where you're from.
Okay.
I'd like to roll a history check on that too. I might
Yeah.
know some stuff about draconians.
Yeah.
5.
You know.
Wait. Yeah, 5.
Yeah, you know that like what do you know? You know that the. How do I say that? You think that dragons have a lot of money, so you're very interested in them as creatures, but you haven't really met them, and like dragonborn are just another race to you.
Okay. Why are these draconians so important in this situation?
Well, this Captain Cervantes' book was written in this. It's like draconian but different.
So I have 3 other languages that are undetermined. Can I get draconic as a language?
You can get draconic as a language, sure.
So I can read this book.
I don't know. I don't know if you can.
So, sort of. You can try to read it.
Well, I'm gonna take draconic as a language.
Heck yeah.
Because I like to solve this right now if you can.
You know draconic, yeah.
Yeah, let me see if I can read the book.
You know the book. What was that piece of paper had like the same language? The frog thing had.
Yep. Okay, so what this is, after he hands you the book and you start kind of looking through it, knowing Draconic yourself, you understand a lot of the root words and a couple of the prefixes, but the in-betweens don't make any sense to you. And it's you're able to piece together like words like buy, get, deliver, and stuff like that because that's the knowledge you have of that sort of world. However, a lot of the details and the nouns and such are in a different form than what you can understand.
Okay, so I can understand more of the language in terms of verbal, but I can't read it, basically.
Yeah. Well, what this is that's not pure Draconic. It's Draconic mixed with Lizard speak, so it's actually specific. It's a different language.
What the fuck, bitch? Okay.
I know, it sucks. I'm terrible.
Alright, sorry, Bruno. I tried. I only can piece out bits and pieces, but
If you roll, you can maybe decipher specific things if you really want.
Didn't we decipher part of it?
I think you did. You said that like there's been a couple. You were able to like kind of piece together a couple of root words earlier, and you
Yeah.
Like
I wrote-
corkboard.
you were able to notice
Yeah.
corkboard and whatever else she says.
Demon number 1, prayers, chants, Yakomst, and Captain Surrounded.
Yeah,
That's
so
what
you
I got.
recognize the words Yakomst, corkboard, and that such. And you can kind of piece together the other parts, essentially, to kind of be like, yeah, we're buying and transporting XYZ from corkboard to Yakomst and reversal. I'm gonna say you don't know exactly what they're talking about, but
I will say I am slowly starting to get worried about this whole Yakoma situation. It
Yeah.
keeps being brought up.
It seems like those creeps were doing stuff there.
Yeah, this book's got Yakoms, this creep's got Yakoms, my dad's calling about Yakoms. I'm just gonna premonish now that I feel like there's some shit going on over there, y'all.
Wait, is that a place or a
Oh
person?
yeah, because
Yeah.
that's a continent.
Yeah.
Continent. Okay.
he.
But that's the name of the ruler as well, isn't it?
It's the name of like the continent as well as the largest city,
those are his.
and like that's who they
Lovers.
say you're kind of trading with that nation state. Is what
Yeah.
they're referring to.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Awesome.
Well, so I'm gonna give you back that book, and I'm about to dip out and go grab my boat. I'll catch you guys at the library. What time is the teleportation deal to go?
Whenever we link again.
Alright,
ASAP.
gotcha. I'll meet y'all right at the library right after.
Cool.
Awesome. You did. I'm gonna say, just to make it a little bit easier, you do pick up. You give Matilda the gold. Everything's good. You have your bow. That does +1 fire damage automatically, so you have like a minimum of 2 damage that you do. And then keep in mind that if you're using it against like specific enemies that are whatever to fire, that goes up to 2.
What do you mean, whatever to fire?
If they're susceptible to fire.
Okay.
So that way you're getting like a minimum of 3 damage in that point.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm my bad. And you also have a +1 to attack when you use your back bow.
Dude, I already have +2 to archery. I'm about to fucking blow.
Awesome. So you make your way there. Runor tries to find a library. However, he is just. You are going to be redirected to the actuary, which is the world's largest library. But that's actually a trip from Bastionwood. It is nowhere near Puva. The only sort of library they have in Puva is the Adventuring Academy, and they just have a small selection of books.
Okay. That sucks.
Doesn't it?
So world's largest library that's near Bastionwood?
Yes.
Okay.
Jean can show you a map.
Did we learn anything from the Adventuring Academy teachers?
Maybe.
Yeah, I'd like to talk to one.
You guys are level 5, so you guys are technically renowned adventurers, so there wouldn't be a whole lot that you guys would gain necessarily. However, there could be kids you could.
I go up to the Adventuring Academy. And say,
Yeah. See what they know.
While he's going over there, you guys kind of walk the same path then before you split. He goes to the Artisan Guild, you guys kind of go up there. Okay, so this is kind of the map of the world as well, guys, just so you can get a view of it. You know, names may be changed based on what I said, but that's kind of what's going on.
That's how you spell Yakomst?
We should throw a screenshot of this.
Seriously.
Oh no.
You Jacobs?
We'll blow it up.
Bro, my notes have Jacobst. Jacobst? Because I didn't know. I didn't know
Nordic.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't really know words either, so. So you make you guys
I
way,
love Todd. It's so
you guys make your way up to the Adventuring Academy.
Oh,
This
yeah,
is where you see.
I don't know how I spelled it. Okay.
You good?
Sure.
Yeah, you guys make your way to the Adventuring Academy. Unlike the Artisan Guild, these children are running around and completely not under control. As you see little tykes kind of going, you see like little fireballs kind of go, and little light and confetti as they're learning their little prestidigitation cantrips. You see little folk kind of like stabbing themselves, being like ha ha with their little wooden sword, rolling around. You see somersaults, and a couple of them have capes on just to be cute. As they're kind of running around, oblivious to you guys. As you guys approach, you guys walk up and you see. Let's see.
What do we see?
What do you see? You guys see a pair of girls teaching these archers, I want to say, how to reload their crossbows, because it's a little bit different than short bows. So they're kind of doing that. They're looking very stressed. Before one kind of appears and looks at Getsamani and says, "Oh, hello.
Hi.
Hi. How are you students?"
No.
I was like, no, I was looking for an instructor or someone at the academy that knows reptilian.
Are you here? Oh, so you're not here for the job application?
No.
No. All right. A reptilian?
Yeah.
Is this a teacher or a student?
This is a teacher. The other woman kind of looks at the other one. The other one kind of looks at you and says, "Have you tried the Mage Hand District? I know they can help you comprehend languages."
Oh, yeah. Good idea.
Yeah, thanks. I'm glad I could help you. We really need some help here. And as you say that, like a little plunger dart hits her like right in the head and kind of sticks. And she says, "Bryce," takes it off. He's like, she says, "If you guys are willing to help me out, take some of these guys on a little excursion just to wear them out, it would be lovely."
Sure.
She says, "Great. I know of you. We've all got the report of Poseidon's ribcage. We're very well acquainted of your."
They know us?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you got any little nature folks?
Yeah. The girl next to her says, "You looking for young druids?"
Yeah, I could take some druids on a little excursion.
Yeah. You hear? Yeah. As you look and you see a chunkier little guy, another little human, as well as a goblin kind of next to him, about the same height right now. They're not too different. Who else? Someone else roll me a d4.
One. A one.
Okay.
You got any
and then
little-
just one other folk with him.
Oh. Only one
Where?
other folk with him?
Yeah, one other druid. However,
Oh.
get some money. Roll me a d20.
Nat 20.
Woo! 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 You hear bullseye! To your left, you look standing there, shoulders broad. You see a little halfling. It's very, almost red hair, fiery personality, many freckles. You see a giant otter, a giant sea otter, kind of like curling in between her legs as she's standing there perfectly like
Like a
firing
real
away.
otter or an otter person?
A giant otter. As she's firing away at her bow, she says, "Another one. Get some money?" You look, and this is Kaori Tea Leaf, your sister.
Oh, shit! Okay! Yo, little sis, what's up?
She runs, give you a hug, dropping her bow. She goes in. Who's stronger? What's your strength?
Does she give me a hug too because she can't tell the difference between us?
That's a good point. You guys embrace. You pick her up, spin her. You set her down. She looks and sees another one, and she's like, "I have another sister!" She goes and hugs you, and she says, "Oh my gosh, How was Poseidon's ribcage?
We kicked some ass. I learned how to use an axe. Dude, really well.
Whoa. I've been doing pretty good with my bow.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And have you seen? Look at this. And she kind of like puts at this otter thing. She's like,
What
What
is
is
this?
that?
this is Merc.
Merc.
Mm-hmm.
What is Merc?
Well, I found him outside of the. I found him outside of the swamp that we frequent.
Cool.
It's natural. And we kind of look at him. You see that he's actually got a lot of mud, like in his fur, kind of like soaked in. He looks kind of dark. And
Can I ask Merc if I can take some mud?
You can just do it.
Well, I don't know if
Merc's kind of looking at you, little suspect, because you're just like,
Yo, Merc, can I borrow some mud?
I
Still
rolled a-
ask.
Yeah. You go to grab some mud, but then immediately Merc kind of goes and just mud flies everywhere, and you're just coated.
Cool. I'm gonna rub it in and just. I'm so excited to have some good moisture.
Kiara's so
Good
excited.
mud.
She's just immediately started telling you about how mom and dad are cultivating the crops, and like the wild berries are so juicy this year. And it's really awesome. She says, "Well, why are you in Puva?"
That's a good question. We needed to find some more information, and I still don't know a lot. So he's asking lots of questions, and we're going places. And my friend Brunar.
Awkward shake.
Not even just a blush.
This is my little sister.
Saw. Melts visibly. She says, and Kiara says, "Well, when are you gonna come home? Are your friends coming?"
You know, I hadn't thought about it too much.
We really have to see you.
Yeah, what's going on at home besides harvest and stuff? How many of our brothers and sisters are still at home?
Well, mom and dad have had another. She just had another
They had
one.
another brother or sister.
I
How
haven't
long
been
have you
home.
been home? How long have you been gone?
I left a week ago. The baby came out about 2 weeks ago.
You don't know? You don't know what gender it is?
I didn't get too close.
That's fair.
Well, what's its name?
His name is Baby. No, she says she kind of relays back some more info about you have several brothers. You guys are kind of like the only females so far, but they're all just kind of being rambunctious and whatever. You were the true like adventurer of the family, and Kaori's kind of following in your footsteps. As you can tell, that's why she's here, bettering herself. She's at the adventuring academy. She's working on her archery.
Cool. How much more do you got to go before you graduate adventuring school? 6 seconds before it goes off.
What is
Timer's going off.
graduate?
I don't think I even know that word. Now that I think
Okay.
I was gonna say, you guys are in the middle of the story, but the timer's about to go
Yeah.
off.
Do you need to change it, or is it good?
No, that thing's pretty good.
Okay.
We got about
We can clap again.
I'm gonna go pee, dude. Just-
Oh, okay.
Boss. Boss?
You guys don't need to pause.
I mean-
for
Oh,
me.
okay.
There we go.
I'm just entertainment.
Snakes.
Well, I can leave whenever.
Oh, what do you do here? Like, are you just shooting your target? or-
Yeah, she's really helping with my form and my posture. And when you wind up, you have to exhale, otherwise your shot goes way off.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, neither did the other guy before an arrow got in his butt.
Got an arrow in his butt.
It was so funny. What are you guys up to? I'm so.
We're gonna go on a tiny adventure. Probably drop y'all back off here later today, or unless you want to come with us.
I'll come with you.
Yeah, come on. You too, Merc.
Oh, I don't know what an otter makes.
Sounds like Tucker.
With glee.
Go.
Yeah, and she opts to join you. And then you guys have a couple little druid crafts. So the instructor says, "Well, I know the trail and near the lighthouse is a perfect place to walk the keys."
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna take him to the Mage District.
Her eyes kind of widen up. She's like,
They're druids.
okay. She's been very apprehensive. She says, "Please bring them back by the day fall.
Yeah.
I'll miss my little druids."
How old are these kids?
Anywhere from
Which-
4 to 9.
What'd you think of
They'll be fine.
We'll just scoop them if things go bad.
Okay, well, please take care. Take this. And she stops and she grabs like a gallon. It looks like Kool-Aid, but it's actually health potion.
Ah, sick. Take it.
That's such a good speech.
Okay, I tie these kids together.
Like
around
them
her
up.
to me. And I'm like, have them a little line. Like single file guys.
Little
Oh,
ducklings.
I'll just like hold on to Carrie's
Let's go.
hand.
Let's go to the Mage Hand District.
You guys start walking to the Mage Hand District. You make your way. Everyone's holding hands, doing a buddy system, but roll a Constitution check to see if they can hold on that long.
Well, they're tied.
I tied them.
19.
Around the waist.
19.
7.
I just didn't want one.
Where is it? My Constitution?
No, I just needed a number.
General check.
Okay. You just need a general check. Yeah, you guys all make your way. You're conducting them like, stay close, everyone. You just kind of make your way there. You guys are headed over there. You're headed to the druidic yurt that is
We're
in the
going
Mage
to
Hand
the
District, I'm
yurt?
guessing.
Yeah, well, I was gonna go to get my book
Draconic.
Translated somewhere. Gotcha. So you start making your way there. You do meet up with Odysseus as you guys are exiting. Because, timing. And you make your way over there. Okay. So let's see what's in the Mage Hand District, shall we?
I say, hey, Odysseus, how's it going?
We got some kids.
What the fuck?
I'm-
Where did y'all go?
I've acquired pupils.
I thought we were gonna meet at the library, bro. Y'all brought some kids.
They don't have libraries here. Nobody can read.
Not surprised.
We're going to the Mage District.
Who?
See if they can help us.
I should have known that. Alright, well, I got my bow. This thing is dope. You know, that little elf lady, she did her thing, so.
Yo, KR, you want to tell him about what you said about the
Don't.
breathing thing?
Oh my gosh! Make sure you exhale when you release your shot. Okay.
What does that do?
It makes it so it doesn't go into someone's butt.
Oh, is that so?
Fact.
Okay,
It
wait, who
doesn't-
are you?
This is my 9-year-old little sister.
Oh, okay. Hey, how you doing? Odysseus Fingertop. Nice to make your acquaintance.
Her hand is like dwarfed in yours. It's like halfling and a small halfling. Yeah. She's like, you're pretty tall.
He's
You're
a
pretty
human.
small.
Huh.
Alright, well, I'm all set, so I guess I'll take along with y'all.
This little otter.
She's got an otter sidekick that's just covered in mud. His name is Mark.
Well, you know what? We might as well just go to the yurt.
Well, you can. Are you looking for something specific? You'd like the trans.
Well,
okay.
yeah, I do want to get it translated.
Awesome. So
But I'd probably ask them
you'd ask the druids.
of, like, where I could.
Gotcha. So you guys make your way to the yurt. As you approach, you see that the top is actually pulled back. So now you just have kind of like draped walls that are kind of still standing. You guys see like a little bit of smoke coming from the top. You guys are going to walk in, but it's not really like you have to walk in. It's pretty open in that sense. You see a large fire. This is burning like light blue. It's burning very, very hot, I think that means. And then beyond that, you see kind of a traditional little teleport stepping stone. You see that this one's kind of like falling apart. However, it's got like much granite and thick hard rock as its base, which I think got a bone in his mouth. And inside you see what seems to be an activated, for all intents and purposes, portal.
Oh, wow.
A Gaston says, "Brother."
Okay.
Hey, Gaston!
Look
Look at the future of the
Yeah,
Druidic
phrases.
Council.
fabulous! Oh my goodness, your cheeks are so pretty. Oh, would you like a flower? Nature crafts just like a beautiful, decadent purple type rose. And hands it to one of the smaller druids.
Yeah.
Well, I don't recommend taking the children with you.
Why not?
I explained
Have
yesterday.
you ever watched Kids?
I explained a couple days ago, however, the portal's very unstable and we don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
Okay, that works out.
Wait,
for
we're
me.
taking them with us through
I mean,
Have you
You're
ever?
supposed to bring
Bro,
them back.
do you know
guys.
how many siblings I have? This is
I-
too many kids to take with us. No.
Exactly. You have a bunch of siblings. Who
I
We
cares?
got it.
No, I left them at home for a reason.
Listen, they're gonna learn a lot at the Druidic Council.
You're in charge of
These
them.
kids
I'm
are
not
trained.
taking charge.
Kaori goes, what's going on? Where are we going?
The Druidic Council, Bastionwood.
Oh, well, so we're going home?
No,
Well, it's near home.
it's not near home.
can we just leave them here?
I don't want to leave them.
I don't want to bring these kids, bro.
Why not?
Dude, do you want to take care of kids and deal with the council? Like, I mean, I
You
am
know
not a
they're probably gonna end
babysitter.
up
We have
dying,
maids for
right?
that.
They're druids.
How old are they? Do you even ask their names or ages?
They are druids.
How smart are they?
They're small.
I would say that I'm not saying take the kids with you in a dangerous situation, but they're druids. This is a druid portal.
To the Druidic Council.
You're in charge of them if we go. I got Kiori. You
I
got
got
the
them
rest.
tied to me.
Can
Is there three
I?
of them?
Yeah.
Can I summon a servant for my ghost crew?
Interesting. Roll me a d20 to see if you have a pocket flask with a servant in it.
Oh. Cool.
14.
My DC was 15, but you know I'm gonna say yeah, you do. You have like a little flask.
So hard.
So hype. Alright, cool. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We will all travel together. I'll have my servant take care of the kids while we conduct business. Y'all cool with that? Are you cool
What do
with
you
that?
mean?
Because that's your
Or
sister.
he can
Well,
bring
are
the
we
kids
gonna be back before
he
nightfall?
can walk them back home.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Let's have them
We
take
had
them
to
back
bring
to...
them back by nightfall, so I don't think we should bring them with us.
Okay, well that's your little sister, so...
I can bring her. I can't bring these kids.
Anyways, I released these kids in the year.
As we're all just
Go talk to the druids.
Yeah, go have fun, guys.
Alright.
So they're still in the tent.
They start going,
Yeah.
wow, and they like go like start looking at the paintings on the side of the thing, or like the art on the sign, you know, just checking everything out. Just dispersing, so they're not listening to you anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Except
I...
Kaori, she's kind of like,
Screw it. I see Bruner, I'm like, what the fuck? But alright, I unscrew my servant, I'm like, hey, take care of these kids, take them back home.
similar to Amisi, you see someone who kind of resembles Alfonso, maybe like a distant cousin to him or whatever, kind of appeared. He starts speaking a language that you don't understand,
Yeah.
but he says,
Huh.
Do any of us understand?
Does he understand him?
you do with primordial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was he saying?
He said, yeah, sure, I'll take the kids, no problem. Where do you want me to go?
I'm like, I'm looking at this guy like, and I'm like, he's got it.
Cool.
Well, where?
Where's he going?
He's I mean, just tell him, right?
What?
Where the fuck?
He
Yeah,
Tell
where,
him-
where
He
do you...
doesn't know where we picked up his kids from.
Oh, the Adventure Academy.
Okay. Take him back to the Adventure Academy.
He uses like an illusionary like lasso to kind of like tie them together. These kids don't understand and it's not real, so they're like, oh my gosh! And they're kind of like getting dragged as he starts like walking backwards out, and he's like,
I'm actually sending Kaori with them.
I'm like, all right, kids, go back.
what do
hope
you say
had
to
fun.
Kaori?
I'm gonna tell her that she's only been here for a week. She's not ready. She needed to go learn some more stuff.
But I have Muck. We're fine. I can help.
What have you done at the academy besides shoot an arrow in the thing?
That's a pretty big deal.
But like only stationary
I'm like-
targets?
Well, if they move, it's harder to hit.
Well, yeah. Okay, go
Well,
learn.
if we're fighting, it's not like they're going to be running around. You know, they're going to be standing there, so I can just get them.
Kaori, do you want to know how big of a monster I fought and shat in its mouth?
Secret weapon.
You know about the secret weapons?
You can't send me home.
Well, not home, just to the academy. We'll be back.
Whoa!
Gotta learn a little bit more.
Make a persuasion check.
That is a 14.
She says,
It's not like we're going forever. Just, you gotta learn to hit some moving things.
right back. I miss you.
Okay.
Okay. She bolts and jumps into the portal. You guys see her as it kind of like reverberates back and forth. You guys don't say, no!
I'm like, sorry.
Wait,
And
she
I
just jumped in the portal?
go through.
Oh, what the fuck? That's not where I told her
There
to
you go.
go.
All right, and then
Sorry,
let's all jump through.
There was limited charges. I don't think I'll be able to come with you.
Oh.
What, you have
But
to
you
go
told
with?
us to bring the kids.
Why do you have to go?
He's a druid.
I was just going to come with, but if you don't need me.
Sorry.
Well, we want you.
Why can't you
I
come?
mean, I want you to go.
What else do you need for more charge?
Well, my other people need to stay here and help and kind of keep the assembly.
Right, but like, what else do you need to power the charge?
I believe it's above your pay grade.
Well, like, do you need physical items to,
We need manifestation of a lot of energy.
like, what do you
Like exactly what I said. He says, well, it worked for her. Or at least there seems to be no residual effects, you know, and he kind of like approaches.
God damn it, we gotta go get Kaori.
He kind of looks at it and he's
Let's go.
like double checking it. And,
Y'all, we gotta go now.
yeah, she's fine. Or he thinks she made it all the way.
Bruh.
Let's hop
I
through
told her to go that way, she went that way. This idiot, we need to go get her.
Uh,
Let's go.
Before you go, who has the world seeds?
I
Hold them
feel like
dear.
it was. I thought it was Jean.
Jean has
That
them.
might be me.
No,
You have the skull.
I have both.
You have the seeds now too?
When did you get
I've
the
always
seeds?
had both.
I have the pearl.
Oh, you have the
Yeah.
pearl. Okay. He has the seeds. Sorry.
Hold them close. I don't know how they will affect the portal. There's a lot of negative energy
Cool.
surrounding this.
I go last.
Okay. I jumped through.
Jump through. Roll me d20. Gene, roll me d20.
I got a 1, but I can reroll.
13.
5.
Okay,
Do I gotta roll too?
you roll. All right, well, are you going through the portal? Use
Fuck
your
yeah, I'm going to the portal.
All right.
After me.
17, motherfucker.
Knocks with
Hmm?
I do a knocks with my bro.
Gaston, he says, I'll be waiting here
See
for
you
you.
later.
16.
16. As you go, just to jump through the portal, you hear, "All right, let's do this!" from your bag. And as you jump through, you go, whoosh, and as you enter, the portal turns a dark, magnificent red.
Oh my gosh.
And that's where we're cutting off today's session.